Do we have the restream one on yet? Is it going to YouTube? Yep, it should be now. Yeah, there it is. Good. And good quality. Yep, cool. Everything's good. Is my chat working? It is. Okay, good stuff. Alright then, it is time to get started on some more necks, which is lovely. Right, so how am I going to do this then? I feel like I'm missing something. Aside from the necks and head, I really feel like I'm missing something with the, with the dragon so far. Maybe spikes? It doesn't have any spikes? Kind of funny that, actually. And Elizabeth and Science, welcome both of you. And Guy, welcome as well. Right, cool, yeah, looks like I've got everything good and up and running then. Right, and Asaki, welcome as well, my dude. Let me think. I think I'll start off light then. In fact, I've got the cheekiest little idea, right? This might seem really lazy, but what I could actually do is that instead of doing like lots and lots of another big parts just full of spikes, I could just go ahead and make a singular spike and just use that repeatedly, which is kind of cheesy, but at the same time it saves me a lot of effort. Well, actually it requires more effort technically, but it's still better. Right, let's just make that as small as possible. We'll make this bit here as large as possible. Make that asymmetrical. There we go, so I can flip it over like that. And let me think. Make it textured like the other stuff. That way it's not like a gross and boring white, it's like got a bit of a mixture, bit of a brown. What have I been calling this so far anyway? Hydra MB. Spike. It is the best prop ever. Hydra, Megabuild, GA prop. Hello everyone, it's good to see everyone. Never last, doing alright my dude, how about yourself? You haven't watched the channel in a while. Welcome Aurelia. And Science, good to hear that you're doing well. Mihal, welcome as well my dude. And True Bright. And everyone in fact, a lot of people tuned in. Oh god, there's a dog in the background, hello. Just suddenly, dog barking. Hello everyone, welcome. Right then. Let's grab this little spike then, and we can just use this repeatedly, and I can really be like as, I guess as pedantic. Pedantic's not really the right word, is it? As specific, I want this bespoke, I guess, maybe? That's better lighting. I'm just changing the atmosphere around right now just so I can see the colours a bit better, because in the previous atmosphere, it was like really washed out, you couldn't really see anything going on too much. Changing the colours lets me help just like see things properly. I would like to, however, just remove the trees quickly if that's kind of in the way. There we go. Right. The second stream I've been present in. Wait, hold on. Metal! Metal, it's good to finally see you in the streams. Welcome. And oh, Aurelia, I'm glad. I try when it comes to names. I struggle, but I try. I'm glad I got yours right. And yeah, I had a decent-ish sleep. I didn't sleep much, but for the amount I did sleep, it was quite heavy. Guess you can't really ask for more than that, can you? And Traffic Hat? That's weird. Good for you. It's so nice to see the community you've created on a channel like this with Spore. It's so wholesome and wonderful to see Spore go strong over 10 years after release. Fruit, thank you. Mate, thank you very, very much. I'm really happy with it. I'm amazed. Like, not gonna lie, dude. I'm amazed with just how the community's gone as well, how, just how Spore's still alive. Like, I'll be entirely honest, right? If you'd have asked me, you know, like a couple of years ago, where do you think Spore would be right now, I would have called it, I still consider it a dead game now, but it is lovely to see, like, there's so many people that still want to see it, so many people that want to experience it, want to try it out and play it. It's really cool, isn't it? It's amazing, honestly. You're a bit worried that the stream wasn't happening? Yeah, sorry it's been a bit of a late start. Let's just say I didn't have a good day yesterday. But it's alright though. I promised to stream, right? I did say I was going to stream today, it was a promise. And I always keep my promises. You know, eventually. I always try to. Hey Sly, it's good to see you as well. I'm doing alright, how about yourself? And Ghost Nico, thank you for the resub. I can't talk, Mark, just dropping by in to say hi, and hope you have a great stream. Thank you very much, Ghost, and thank you. Hope you have a wonderful day as well. And Elizabeth, I'm not going to discuss 2021. If I'm going to be entirely honest, I'm not going to discuss world news. I don't want to. I'm going to be honest with you. I just hope that everyone's safe. Like, that is the truth. I just hope people are safe. But I am not discussing it. I wouldn't be surprised if the community would band together at some point to create a sequel. I'd love that, honestly. Well, saying that, so I've always been right. I've always been very pessimistic when it comes to sport, right? I call myself realistic, but I think it's more like pessimism. I guess it's interchangeable, isn't it? I've always been very doubtful. With like any sort of like sequel, I would love a spiritual successor, but that's just, you know, it's gonna happen when it happens. Saying that, guys, a bunch of you guys were telling me on Tuesday, 2 days ago. You were telling me about how another YouTuber had made a sport editor in Unity, and on that night, on Tuesday night, when I had a look at that video, I checked it out. That's the most hope I've had for any kind of spiritual successor. Like, I'm not sitting here saying, oh yes, this guy's gonna remake the entire game. That's not gonna happen. Well, I don't think it'll happen. But it's the most convincing thing I've seen so far. It looked really cool. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Like, I don't think we'll ever get a Spore 2, but someone has officially figured out how to remake the editor, and easily, by the looks of it, it's done it easily, which means that other people can replicate it, and other people can finally make, you know, their own, like, you know, indie games are everywhere nowadays. Everyone can be an indie developer. It's only a matter of time now. That's the way I see it. But nah, expectation-wise, it'll be a mess. Just fingers crossed, if there were to ever be, like, a new Spore, fingers crossed that it doesn't become like Cyberpunk, it doesn't become like No Man's Sky, which did get redeemed, by the way, it's a great game now, or, do you guys remember what the original disappointing game was? Like, you got Cyberpunk, you have No Man's Sky, what was the original one before that? Spore. Wouldn't it be funny if it came full circle? I hope not, but wouldn't that be funny? Oh dear. Orphan, how's my morning been? It's been interesting. My morning's been eventful. How about yourself? I hope you've been having a good start to the day. Until Mr. Beast makes Spore 2, oh god, imagine that. I was about to say if anyone could, he would, but then I realised EA would probably still have a say in it. But still, that'd be cool. Explain. Oh, Mafian. Mafian, do you mean this creation? Or the conversation? What are you referring to? Let me just fix that around. I hope that Spore 2 wouldn't be owned by EA. Yeah, same. That's why I've always wished for a spiritual successor, because realistically, I don't really want to see like an EA Spore 2. That'd suck. Server bugged? Wait, guys, are you okay? I seem a few of you are quite concerned. If people are not familiar with this, why is everyone? Yeah, I'm a bit confused. A lot of people seem very surprised. If people are asking about this creation, like if you're wondering what I'm actually making, then this is called a mega build. Basically, this is something I used to do a lot of in the past. A mega build is essentially, in the Galactic Adventures editor, which is like a big planet-sized editor, one little thing I do is I tend to take like different creatures, like every single one of these little pieces here are like fully edited out creatures in the creature editor. I freeze them and I put them together into like a big statue. Hence, Mega Build. It's like this big conglomerate of creations all spliced together. So if I open up my Sporepedia, you can see all around here, like all of these individual parts or creatures. And yeah, the end result, the head, I've not got to the head yet. You can see in the background, this big white one here. That is my base, my template, my reference, whatever you want to call it. This is how it started as, and I'm building it up over time. It's fun. It takes time. It takes time, but it's really cool though. It's quite a fun little thing to do every now and then. This is my first mega build in, I want to say, like, when was my last mega build? 2 years ago now? I stopped doing them. Speaking of which, I saw someone ask about that. Let me see. Oh, Dark Rider, Colossus. So Colossus, which is meant to be my biggest mega build, Colossus, it basically stopped, yes. What happened with Colossus, right, was that on the one hand, I did neglect it, I will fully admit that, but on the other hand, I neglected it for so long, where the mod I was using to make it became incompatible. So in other words, Colossus itself no longer works. If I go load it, it just doesn't load properly anymore, it's wrong. However, it is something I'm determined to go back and redo, and, you know, finish. I want to finish it. I've always, like, Colossus has always been, like, my big, you know, hence the name, Colossus. It's, like, been one of my big goals to do in Spore. And I will do that eventually. But when I do, I've got to remake it. Gee, thank you for the gifted subs to Summy and Sly. Congratulations to the pair of you, thank you. Yeah, a lot of people all came in. I apologise for the people I've missed, but welcome everyone. It just got really, really busy all of a sudden. The stream only just started 10 minutes ago. We just started. Yeah, a bit of a late start today, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. You really enjoy explaining that, do you? Well, I have a habit of repeating. Yeah. It's... I guess I'm actually doing it right now, aren't I? Explaining. I have a habit of explaining right because in like a stream environment, in a live stream, there's people like constantly coming in and out the stream. So I never assume people know what's going on, so I always like explain things thoroughly just in case. Which I guess can be quite annoying sometimes. The sub sounds are wild as heck. Yep, they are. It's a bit of a weird in-joke. And Guy, thank you for the gift of sub to Jenna. Jenna, congratulations. Why can't I get this little spike here? Let me just get rid of that entirely. I'm having a bit of a tough time with this because there's so many like much larger entities in the way. I'm trying to move the spikes around, but because they're so much smaller, I'm having a really hard time actually selecting them. But it's fine though, like I just gotta, you know, take my time. Do it carefully, do it slowly. I don't mind the late start since I live on the east coast of the United States. That's fair then, actually. Well, I'd say late start, I'm only like an hour later. How come you're adding the spike separately? Because... Actually, that's a good point. Clarac, I'll be honest, I brain farted. So the reason why I was adding the spikes separately is because when I first made it, I had it in my mind that the tails were like completely separate entities and it was going to be really hard to do it all together. I've just realised that because the tails are the way I made them, I actually could just do that. I'm going to do that. Let's do it the correct way. Thanks, Clarac. Let's just let's do it the right way, shall we? Thank you. Let me just go ahead then and... Where's the tail? That one there. Yeah, there we go. That one there. It really makes me happy to know that people still remember that Spore is... What Spore is, let alone still playing it. Me too. It's always nice, isn't it? It's always nice to see like other creators whenever they get in and start playing Spore. It's really cool, isn't it? As for the Mega build, it cannot animate. Technically, there is a way I could make it animate, but it involves, like, really intense modding, which I can't be asked to do, honestly. Maybe in the future. But otherwise, no, you can't animate these. Right then, let me just do that. How am I going to do this? If I do that, I guess I could just make it sync to each other. And I'm just going to set that as 3 and save new. Monster Hunter Rise demo tomorrow. Oh, mate, enjoy yourself. Have you ever had anyone criticise about how Megabuilds don't animate? Yes, all the time. All the time. In fact, back in the early days of Spore, there was actually like a big elitist thing going on where a lot of people would trash on each other for whether or not their creations animated well or at all. And how creations that don't animate are like considered just inherently bad. Like they're poorly done. It was really common. It was a very. It's like you know, console versus PC, right? Or Xbox versus PlayStation. It was like one of those things. It was a big thing in the sport community. Animation versus Megabuild, or one shot for that matter. Not gonna lie, people in sport, like, for as nice and chill a game as this is, people can be really, really elitist. It's really bad. Meg! It's love to see you, Mag. I hope you're doing well, my dude. Welcome. Oh god, Somi, you're right and I hate it. Right, let me just adjust that there. Oh, whoops, let me just quickly redo that. And we'll stick that one down there. But, as you can see, so for those of you who didn't see this on Tuesday, a small gamer, mate, that's the worst way to get subs, dude. Go away. That is the worst way to plug yourself. Good job. And Gavin, thank you. Thank you very much. You've never heard of animation versus static creature thing before? It was like a really contentious thing in the past. Like I said though, like back in the day, I guess it still technically applies now, but back in the day, a lot of people in sport were very, very elitist. I guess you get that in a lot of games though, don't you? It happens in a lot of games. Where you've always got like the really competitive people. And to be fair, I was definitely part of it. I'm not going to pretend I was innocent. I used to be a part of that crowd too. I'd like to say I was young and stupid, but I can't really use that as an excuse. You wish you could have mods, you can't be bothered to get them though, you're lazy? No, that's fair enough. Hey, honestly, at least you're willing to admit that you're lazy to get them. I've seen so many people say that they want to get mods, but they can't be bothered, and then they just whinge about it. At least you can admit. And I mean that in a nice way. Oh, Adrian, I will try to remember that. I'll try to. I say try because I have a bad memory, right? But I'll try to keep that in mind, my dude. Thank you for clarifying. Elitists in any games and community with the fandom. Oh, they are in any games? Yeah, true. Including in, like, nice little cute games like Spore, where you'd expect it to be really chill, but actually is really, really not. You find them everywhere, don't you? Right then. But yeah, again, for the people who are just tuning in now, what I am doing is I'm adding spikes to a creature. Now, for those who are just tuning in, this probably looks like a really weird skeleton snake thing. This will be part of a much bigger thing once I'm done. This is just a part of the jigsaw puzzle for the mega build. Let's just go ahead and move that down there. Garuga's TLC is almost done. Oh, fantastic. I've been trying to get mods, but they don't work for some reason. Yeah, so that's the annoying thing, right? Modding Spore was never intended, which means that a lot of things, like, it's really random who it works for, and it's very annoying. So it might work perfectly fine for one person, but for another person the exact same, like, installation, setup, etc. will just suddenly not work. It's really weird and inconsistent. It really is. Now, I can tell you that when it comes to modding Spore, if you have Spore on Steam, that is the most likely to be unstable. But the reality is that it's all a mess. Everything's a mess about it. Hey, Terrace, welcome, mate. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm adding spikes to a creature every video ever. That's true, actually. That's really, really true. Wow. Way to call me out, dude. Welcome, it's good to see you again. Oh dear. I love watching your builds, it's a lot like 3D modelling and sculpting. Thank you, Mystic, thank you very, very much for that. Oh, let me just adjust that. There we go. I'm really glad that you feel that way. It's funny actually, and the reason why I first ever started doing like these sort of process builds, or like, you know, videos where I showed a process, was, so on the topic of elitism, younger me had the right intentions. I was just a little bit narcissistic, where I made a lot of my process videos because I wanted to share with other people my techniques, because I thought my techniques were good enough to share. And I'm talking like, you know, 10 years ago, so when I was a lot younger. And nowadays I do them because I just hope that they're kind of relaxing to watch or enjoyable, or like still if people want to like see, again, techniques. But also, I just hope that they're chill to watch. And you, sir, who has done nothing but spam numbers, please stop. I like reading my chat. Oh, I don't know, but it's gone now. Let me see. Sport's another example of the terrors crunch. Wait, hold on. Yeah, true, Nanis. I agree with that, actually. How do you feel about No Man's Cyberspore? So Cyberpunk. Honestly, I just laughed at it. If I'm gonna be entirely honest. Wait, hold on. What's going on there? Sorry, I was just reading both chats there. I think something a bit crazy happened. As I was gonna say, in regards to Cyberpunk, honestly, I kind of laughed at it. But the reason why for that though is because I wasn't one of the people waiting for it. I was never interested in it. So to see that all the hype went absolutely ballistic and then it just kind of flopped, it was really predictable. And honestly, I found it funny. But I do feel though for the people who were waiting and, you know, were disappointed. I do feel a bit bad about that. But, I mean, if you're gonna pre-order a game, make sure you know what you're pre-ordering, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not really a big fan of pre-orders. Unless it's Ark. Ark is the only game I will pre-order things from because I know I'll enjoy it. But otherwise, yeah, it is a shame though, like how it got so incredibly overhyped where it couldn't live up to expectations. It's the same thing that happened to Spore. It's the same thing happened to No Man's Sky, where it just gets so incredibly overhyped. And I guess really, like, who do you blame? Do you blame the fans who are excited, or do you blame the marketing team for overdoing it? Like, that's the thing, isn't it? Either way, it's just kind of sad to see after a while. What is my favourite Spore mod? Dark Injection. Hands down. Dark Injection is my top favourite mod, and what is it called? Pandora's Toolbox, which is the colourful spheres and shapes one. That's my second favourite mod. I would highly recommend both of them. Let me see. Cyan Dragon. Even if you try to transfer the game keys to EA, getting it on Steam can mess it up. Oh, yes. From what I understand, yes. It's like I said earlier, in regards to modding Spore, it just seems to be a mess whichever direction you take. Now, what is the recommended direction is, if you're like a Steam user, convert to Origin. It's not guaranteed to work, but it's worked enough where it's suggested and advised upon, if that makes sense. But yeah, nah, the reality is though, is that Spore's just a mess. I feel like Spore mods will get you a virus. Well, then don't use them. If you're worried about getting viruses, then don't use it. I don't know what else to tell you. Let's see, let's make that a lot larger. Cyberpunk turned into just another Fallout 76. I forgot about Fallout. You're right. And that's a shame to hear, to be honest. It did turn into that, didn't it? Ouch. You converted your Steam copy to Origin. It's been working reasonably alright. That's good to hear then. That's definitely good to hear. That's been working, you know, reasonably well. I mean, it's better than not. How many times are you going to add to this creature? Just the 3. So, as you can see right now, what I'm doing is I'm currently trying to sync this part into the tail. So even though I'm technically adding another tail, I'm just merging it together. This will only have the 3 tails that you currently see. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to sync these two together. I think I might have it the wrong size. I did. There we go. Like this is like a bit of a tedious stage right here where I've got to make it absolutely, you know, like the right size, the right angle. Got to keep on rotating it to make sure it's perfectly aligned. That way you can't actually see it. And it'll just look like one long singular object. Kind of like that. It's not quite perfect, but you can see what I'm going for here. Kind of like that. A little bit more downwards. They are different colours though, and I don't know why. That is kind of annoying that they're different colours. They're meant to be the same thing. But as you can see now, like if we zoom away from it, now it just looks like one singular tail again. Just now that one tail's got great big spikes on it. And save. You've been using Origin, but thank you for the helpful info. I appreciate it. You're very welcome. I do hope that you're able to, you know, figure out your spore and get things to work. You add infinite resizes, not resize limbs? Oh, yes, I had the same issue. I love handsome headphones. I've got the same issue, unfortunately. I can't infinitely size limbs either. It was doable at one point, and then it suddenly wasn't. I'm not sure why. The Origin version of Spore, though, one of the mods caused your hands to be so big by default. Oh, yep, Inanus. I think that's Dark Injection that does that, actually. That is a fault of Dark Injection. If I remember correctly, so with Dark Injection, they increase like the boundary size of the editor, and the handles scale with the boundary size, if I remember correctly. So in other words, because it gives you a bigger canvas, you're stuck using a bigger paintbrush, and it's really annoying. I get that as well. I think I have a mod, actually. Let me just quickly go into the editor. Let me check something. If I go into Spore quickly, or I go into here. No, I don't. Okay. I do have some fix for it. It's how my turn wheels are normal again. I had that issue as well for the longest time. I'm not sure what I did to fix it. Welcome back, Mr. Strawberry. That Hydra sure does look awesome. Look like it has someone. What now? Can you do a mega build for Monster Hunter? That's a really good idea, actually. Ooh, a mega build for Monster Hunter. That would be awesome. Oh, that actually reminds me. I was meant to do the Dalamadeur from Monster Hunter as a mega build. I really should go do that one day, shouldn't I? Whoops. Thank you for the reminder. Should I make a mega build? Yeah, if you want to. A mega building does not require mods. It does require the Galactic Adventures DLC, but it does not require mods. Mods just help. Let's see, let's go ahead then and make another one. We'll sync that to the right tail. Right about there. Or do I want to, actually? I do, to be honest. I do want to do this. Right, I was looking at it and looking at all the spikes overlapping, but I kind of want to go with it. As Terrace eloquently called me out on, it's not a DarkEdgeTV video unless it's got a ton of spikes. Cheers. Although that is so true. Is it possible to make a Mecha Godzilla? Actually, I plan on doing that. It is possible, yes. That is a Mecha build I've been meaning to do. I'm not sure which version, so it probably won't be the Tokyo SOS one, but that is something I've been meaning to do. Let's see. But if any of you guys wanted to ever try out Mega Builds yourself, you know, the sky's the limit. It's whatever you're willing to do. That's the limit. Well, I guess there is like a bit of a game limit, but you're unlikely to reach it. Let me just... I feel like this is completely scaled wrong. This does not feel right at all. Why is that? This feels completely... It's because it is off. There you go. If I put it all the way back over there, that should be a better sync, I think. Maybe like here. Like I said, yeah, like doing this is really tedious work. Have you ever thought about making your World of Warcraft character in Spore? Ooh, that's actually quite an interesting idea. No, I haven't thought about that. Oh, but I want to now. I did think about doing it in ZBrush, but I did not think about it in Spore. Do you know about the Mitsuzune? I can never say that properly. Yes, I'm aware of that one. I actually made that one to a regular creation, the Mitsuzune thing. Monster Hunter. I've made that as a regular creation once. That'd be another one I'd be cool to see as a mega build. I watched you 5 years ago. Oh, welcome back. Speaking of sky, it's time for you to take out of your life to make a sky stage. Sky stage. What would a sky stage look like? I'm interested. What would that actually look like? What would that entail? As I have been wanting to do like more stage stuff in general. Durgans. Yeah, lots and lots of Durgans just everywhere. Aside from Durgans. Let's see, is that synced? Can you Mega Build a Pikachu? I could, but it'd be a bit redundant, because Pikachu's like a very simple concept. It wouldn't require Mega Building, but I could though. And Tripper, thank you. Birds, massive peaks, yeah? Maybe a bunch of floating islands. Floating islands would be really cool, actually. Hey, welcome, Alice. Every creature would have to have wings and there are floating rocks in the sky. So, like a big, a big floating environment kind of thing then. That would be interesting. There is an adventure out there like that. I'll see if I can find it when I'm done placing this stupid thing. This is really, like, it might look really simple. This is really simple. It's just really tedious. Making sure this syncs properly. Come on, ever so slightly. Get in there, mate. Get in there. Make that slightly higher, and I'll see if I can find that one sky adventure I know about. Oh, is that it? Did I do it right? A little bit to the left? No. That's not the right one selected. Okay, it's good enough. Screw it. What is that one adventure then? I don't remember what it's called. It might be in a Sporecast though. Let's see. No. Give me one moment. One moment. I don't have it. Can I like unsub from that Sporecast and get it again? Maybe I'll like forcibly download it. What am I doing? Let me see. It was this one, wasn't it? Or was it that one? There it is. I see it right there. I want it. Let's just unsubscribe from that one. That didn't work. Give me a moment. And we'll resubscribe to that Sporecast, and hopefully it will like re-download it and I'll get the adventure, because there is this really cool sky adventure. There is one that exists. By another person. I just want to prompt the game to download it. It did! Oh, lucky me! It actually worked! This rarely works. It is so unusual for that to work. Like, I've already said about how these spore servers are really, really terrible. I am surprised that that worked. Give me a moment and I'll show you. If it succeeds in loading. A Megabuilding Jowie. Maybe. You'd be really cool. It's if I could do like a great big not mega build, like a big Jowie environment, like all the different species and maps and such. Yeah, Karak, I don't know. I don't know how that worked just then. Spore actually downloading things? What is this? 2010? It's how small the scaling is for planets in orbit. Oh, agreed. Yeah, I don't like the scaling of the planets either. It's really, really tiny. I've had Mega Build of a Death Claw. Technically, like, Mega Building anything's possible. Like, that's the thing, right? That's the entire point of a Mega Build, is that it is more possible to build those things than it is other things. Or, like, in other editors. Speaking of Jowies, let's grab my Jowie to explore with. So this is something that someone else made. This is not mine. Who was this actually made by then? This was made by... It doesn't say. Give me one moment. Agonian. Agonian. You can like just about barely... You probably can't see that at all on stream. By Agonian. Okay then. And this is their idea of like a floating thing. A floating map. Which is definitely quite cool, isn't it? It's very foggy, as you can tell. You kind of need that so it looks like it's in the clouds. So I guess like some kind of sky stage could look something like this. Similar-ish, obviously, you know, like more wildlife. Floating mountains would be really cool. Imagine a floating mountain with a cave in it. That'd be amazing. There's a little ship down there. That's cool. This is really glitchy, as you can tell. I think something like this, but bigger, like expanded. That could be really interesting. A floating volcano. What would that even be? Would that be a comet? Hold on. Wouldn't a floating volcano just be a comet? It's just like a really confused comet that kind of stopped falling halfway through. Yeah, I don't know why my Joey's animating like that, by the way. It's a bit of a glitch. For some reason, my Joey likes to strut when it walks. It's concerning. Let's leave. Let's get back to the Megabuild. A burrowing stage. Ah, see, that would be cool, but you wouldn't be able to do that in Spore because there's no digging mechanic. Like, there's no digging thing that exists. Which is a shame, I wish it did, and climbing for that matter. Mini-build Espeon versus Megabuild Joey. An Espeon would be a lot easier to make. A comet with a hole, yeah, with an identity crisis, exactly. Joey had some swag, it did, didn't it? Right, so I'm back onto this again. Sorry I keep on spinning the camera every now and then, by the way. That's just because the camera is that weird and dodgy. Why is there a little floating thing down there? Wait, why are you there? What are you? Why is there a baby ribcage? That's disturbing to think about. Give me a moment. I'm not sure why that's a thing. I must have duplicated it at some point by accident. But it was the only one like it, so that's okay then. Yeah, random little baby ribs is kind of disturbing, isn't it? So now that I've got these spikes here then, what I would like to do is, I'll actually go ahead and do what I was doing earlier. And that's individually place these larger spikes. Just that way I can kind of make the tail ones transition into the body, because right now they kind of abruptly start and it looks really weird. So what I'm going to do is just add a couple of smaller ones. Just that way it's got like a nice transition. It'd be funny to have epic rules for Spore streams. Oh, it kind of would actually. That's a good idea. Especially considering, if you think about it, right, the epic rolls in Spore are a lot more terrifying than the ones in Ark. Like, in Ark, they sound like a dinosaur roaring, but in Spore, they just scream. They just outright scream at you, and it's horrible. Why do epics in this game scream? Like, you know that one I mean, right? That's like that one particular one they do. Can you Megabuild Xenomorph Megabuild? You could, yes. By the way, I'm not saying I will Megabuild any of these things, because it takes a long time, but it is absolutely possible. You definitely could. Let's see. Let me just adjust that, make that a little bit smaller. Like I said, I just want to make it just transition out into a smaller one. Another one down there. In fact, I think that's all it really needs, isn't it? It doesn't need to be that complicated. A little small one there. And maybe just that is all I need. In fact, I will do one there actually. I have like one on each vertebrae. Made it one a bit smaller. And one more there, and I think that is about done in terms of spikes. By the way, if you haven't guessed already, yes, I am procrastinating doing the next. I do not look forward to doing the next, but I think I ran out of things to procrastinate with. I think I have to do the next now. I don't want to do the next. Karak, come do it for me. Please. I'm gonna have my tea one moment. I'm just gonna read the chat while I drink my tea. You can start making many mega builds in the house and creature stage. Helps out making a museum. In the house and creature stage? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Vegas. Do you have any requests I could do in the space editor? Oh, what could you do in the space editor? Maybe something from Among Us. That'd be interesting to see. Like a lot of people have very different interpretations of like how the imposter looks. That'd be an interesting one to see. A collab of Megabuild. You know what, Karak? To this day, I have never done a collab of Megabuild. I've actually never done one. I really should try one at some point. I'm still drinking tea, by the way. Give me a moment. I'm sorry, drinking while I read. Hello, Tetra. Welcome, mate. Welcome from 2014. And Green Raptor, feel free to ask questions. Have fun. Have fun. You know what I mean. Feel free to ask me questions. I don't mind. And that is my cup of tea done. If you heard me gulp, I apologise. It was an enjoyable cup of tea. Right then. How would you... Did I say that right? How would you collab without mods? Just transfer the file around. You could easily... Give me a second. The thing about Megabuilds, right, is that all it consists of is all the different creatures in the adventure, like the actual adventure.png itself. You don't need mods to do any of that. You don't need mods to transfer the files either. So, in theory, you could just, like, if you were, like, a non-modded user, just give the adventure to someone else. And the pair of you can, like, both build it up together, like, just change the file back and forth. Imagine, like, when you collaborate art pieces, how you send each other, like, the drawing, the project file. It's the same thing, you just share each other the adventure file. How do I like my tea? A bit milky. Yeah, a bit milky with some sugar. I like that. What made you think of the Jowie? It was an entirely random creation, actually. Oh, one moment before I answer that. Green Raptor, you cannot play as Megabuilds. Unfortunately. As you can see, it's a frozen like it's a statue. You cannot play as these, sadly. I have thought about a way around it where you probably can, but you technically can't. As for the Jowie, so the way that I first thought of it, it really was just like a random creation I made one day. Back when I was playing Spore for the first time, I loved the creature stage. I really, really loved it. So I just played the creature stage again and again and again. Like, I had dozens, I'm not even kidding here, I had dozens of playthrough. I think on my final playthrough in the end, I had like 8, or my final galaxy, I had 80 playthroughs in total. 80 planets, which is really overkill. And just among them all was the Jowie. It was just a completely random one. Hydra MB Neck 1. So yeah, it just kind of happened. And eventually, I actually decided I liked it and remade it. Right, Hydra MB? Yep, cool, that's the correct one. No, it's not, I called it MH. Monster Hunter. Let's fix that quickly. Replace. Will you start on some of my suggestions on live stream? Vegas? Probably not. Now, I say no because I say no to everyone. I don't really take requests. I'm always happy to take suggestions, but I do not take requests, because if I did, I'd have more than I can handle. However, I am always open to suggestions and ideas. I will not be doing it in this live stream though, because in this live stream I'm doing the Megabuild. A Jungle Dragon Yaron from the Calamity mod. Let me look it up quickly, give me one moment. Jungle Dragon Yaron. Oh, I think I did make that. I recognise that. I really, really recognise that. I think I did make it, or at least I tried to. I've seen it. I definitely should try to get one of your friends to mod this so you can have a skeletal-themed Spore playthrough. It's possible. It's possible. I'll just say that. I have discussed it with a modder about the possibility of like modding a Megabuild into something more, but I will leave it as a secret for now, in case it's not possible. Do you have any vanilla mega builds? I did. Yes, actually, I did have vanilla mega builds. I don't think I do anymore. I can't remember. I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? I am doing this wrong. Give me one moment. Let me just get rid of those there. Grab that one there. Now, what I'm trying to do is... I just want... This is going to be like the first vertebrae of the first neck. And... I just want this to go along like the same angle as this neck here. I'm not removing the neck yet because I want there's a reference, but this is actually kind of tricky. What if I make it just really small? That'll work. So if I do that, and then just slowly, excuse me, slowly rise it up like that, and it should eventually just follow the neck itself. You have some freaking huge vanilla mega builds. One is made of exactly 25 parts, and I have another one that's literally an entire adventure. Oh wow, Clark, that's insane. I can't remember. I think my biggest mega build, like in terms of raw parts usage, I think my biggest mega build ever was Deathwing, which is one of my older ones. That was with mods, so that's like every creature filled out, and I think I made about 50 components, so 50 individual creatures to make Deathwing. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure how I got it that big either. That's the weird thing, because I've never been able to do it again since, where I've required that many parts. Are you just making a skeleton? Yeah, it is just a skeleton indeed. The reason why I'm doing this as a skeleton, by the way, is just because I thought it'd be like a nice change of pace, because I've done like a lot of scaly things before. I thought it'd just be cool to see like a mega build skeleton for a change. I could always do a scale one though. I've done it before, I can do it again. Let me just keep that going. Oh, actually, this reminds me. So, something I was wondering to myself last stream is, do I want these necks to remain the way they are now? Or do I want them to kind of like curve around and whip and such? I'm not sure. I quite like them being straight like this. I think I might have to make them straight like this. Because otherwise it might be a bit confusing to look at, I think. There you go, that's one part done. Replace that. I have not ever tried to mega build a realistic Rex. Reason being is I don't think it's possible. It's possible to mega build a Rex, but I don't think it's possible to ever get like, you know, the right interpretation of a Rex. I think it's the kind of thing where there's always someone that's going to be unhappy with it. It'd be cool to try. But if I was to make like realistic things like that, I think I'd do realism in ZBrush. Just a thought before I hop off for the night, maybe for the next, you could take some inspiration from the brachiovertebrae. Oh, that's a good idea, Haz. Thank you. And Hazilla, have a wonderful night, my dude. Take care of yourself. Brachiosaurus skeleton. Oh, that's right. They got like all sorts of funky stuff going on, don't they? I forgot. Oh, you evil genius, you. That's a really good idea. Okay, let me just have that there and I'll just move the, how do I see everything at the same time? I want to see, like, the chats. And this. I'm going to put that there so I can see it clearly. I'll put that chat over there on my other monitor. There we go, now I can see all of you. Okay, good. Kitsune? What did Kitsune say? Have I ever heard of Ed? He's a small YouTuber and his videos are like a fever dream. I have not heard of Ed, actually. No, I haven't. Another small YouTuber, interesting. Do a satire accurate Rex mega build. No. Well, maybe actually, it's tempting. Right, let's just make the base vertebrae larger then. Which is going to make the entire thing taller, but I don't actually mind that. I mean, it's a tall Hydra anyway. It doesn't matter if it's taller. There we go. Will the donation glass overfill up? Oh, that little thing. It can. It's filled up in the past. Who is another sport YouTuber? Ed, apparently, according to Nunzi0. He's got 14. Oh, he's got 14 subs. Bless him. That's why I've not heard of him then. It reminds me of 2011 in every aspect. Interesting. Yeah, and I like that. I've definitely not heard of him. It would be nice to just like see more sport YouTubers in general. It's always nice seeing more people play the game. Right, this is gonna be quite tricky actually then. Right, so I'm gonna try a few different things with this because I want it to be like a big interesting texture. I don't want this to be like really flat and boring. I want to try like make the necks like basically not look like snakes, if that makes sense. And it's going to be a little bit experimental in the process. Maybe if I do that then. So something like that. You should really start uploading sport videos again, shouldn't I? Yes, Clarak, do it! Clarak, you and Saga both upload more sport stuff. You've been told. Now, obviously, if you want to. It'd be nice to have some company, that's all I'm saying. I'm not going to do the technique, the technique sucks. What can I do instead then? I can, let me think. I want there to be two blades, you see. I want it to be a blade on left and right, but it's really finicky and awkward doing it. What would be the right technique to use here? I guess actually I could just be overthinking it. What if I use this piece here and then just split it like that? That did not work at all. That went asymmetrical. Try that again, like this. I guess that kind of works actually, for what I have in mind. It kind of works-ish. Would it be able to breathe fire? In theory, yeah, in theory. In fact, what I could do with this creation, or with this mega build, is that once I'm done, I could just add fire effects to it so it looks like it's perpetually breathing fire. That's definitely possible. The builds are disturbing and cursed. Oh wait, hold on. By sport videos, you don't mean builds or playthroughs, you just mean videos. Oh, is it like meme stuff then? That's not really for me, to be honest. I'm not really a big fan of like meme stuff. Me personally, like if you enjoy that kind of stuff, mate, you have fun, keep watching it. You miss playing Spore on your dad's PC? Oh, Tasha, have you thought about maybe getting Spore again? Because Spore is quite an old game, it doesn't really require much in terms of hardware. I reckon like most laptops and most devices can play it. Right, let's keep that going. Should I start making sport creation videos? Why not? Yeah, I say go ahead and do it. If you enjoy it and you think you'll all have fun doing it, I'd say go ahead. The big thing about making videos, right, is that as long as you're doing it just to have fun, you can never go wrong with it. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Like when it comes to like making videos in general, don't do it with the expectation that you're gonna become famous and you're gonna earn a lot of money. It will just stress you out. You won't have fun doing it. But if you like make the occasional video just because you want to have fun, it can be really, really good. I mean, that's how I started, you know. Obviously, I do it for money now, obviously, but that is how I started. Is that I made videos just because I wanted to, and it did mean I wouldn't upload a lot. You know, it's not like I had frequent uploads all the time from the beginning. Sometimes I'd have like one video a month. And sometimes I just wouldn't have any videos at all. But it meant that I just did it whenever I wanted to. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it now. I still enjoy it now, but my point being is that if you want to make sport videos, do it with the intention of enjoying yourself. And you'll have a lot of fun doing it. I know it's cheesy, I know everyone says that, but there's a reason why everyone says that. It's true. Right, let's go ahead and save that again. I'm good at reading, sleeping, eating, drawing, colouring, Oh, okay. I'll watch the stream tomorrow because you're kind of busy today. No worries at all, Dano, dude. I'll see you later then. And take care of yourself. You're making videos on Minecraft, so I get what you mean. You might also start making Spore. Do it, mate. Endermite. If you do, I really do hope that you enjoy yourself. Oh, Somi, bless. I just saw that. Well, Somi. Actually. Right, no. Bugger. I was about to like suggest, you know, video editing software, then I realised I don't actually know any. The software I use, Sony Vegas, I got really cheap during a sale. Now, if I ever see that sale again, I always post about it on Discord because it's such a good sale. If I ever see it happen again, I'll let you know, but for the meantime, I'm not really sure what other software there is. Let's see, let's put that one down there. By the way, you might not be able to see it clearly, but I am like just placing like a lot of very small parts here. This is like just really small little details. You might not really be able to see it clearly, but don't worry, I am doing something here. Guys, stop spamming in the YouTube chat. Stop spamming. It's annoying. I like to read the chat. Is there any way you can stream earlier? No, Chicken Man, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry that, you know, the time zones don't work, but I can't just, you know, do it earlier. There's a reason why I stream at the time I do. This is the only time I can stream. I'm sorry, my dude. Yeah, time zones suck. They really do suck. Let's move that all the way down then, all the way to the tip of the neck. There we go. That's one layer of detail done. It's the small details that make the mega build. Exactly, mates, exactly. There is Premiere Pro, but that's an Adobe product, but it's very good, but Sony Vegas is good for Blu-ray. Yeah. You're right, there is Premiere Pro. Didn't they make it recently in Adobe? Isn't it, what was it? I think they started making all their products cheaper. Or that you can now rent like individual products as opposed to the entire suite. So Somi, that could potentially be a thing for you then? I'm not sure exactly how it is, but I do know that Adobe did make their products a bit more, you know, individual friendly, not, you know, corporate friendly, I think. Mag, enjoy yourself, mates, and I'll see you later. Take care of yourself. And Joey, good morning. You're a college student, so you get to use it for free, but since the pandemic, they made it cheap for people to use. Ah, that's right. Oh, that's cool then. So they actually made it more affordable for people, like, because of the pandemic. That's actually really nice of them. Wow, that's surprising. That's good. Clarak, that's how you got Photoshop? Oh, fantastic. So yeah, Somi, maybe that's a thing then. And for anyone else who needs video editing software. And like I said, you know, every time I've seen Sony Vegas come on sale on Humble Bundle, I always post about it on Discord. So the next time I see it happen again, you know, I'll post it again. Because the sale is such a steal. When I first saw it, I thought it was a scam. Not gonna lie. I really thought it was a scam. But, well, 5 years later, I'm still using it. So we're good. I remember watching all these sport videos and such. I didn't know you started streaming. When did you start streaming? It's been like a good 3 years. Ink, welcome. I've been streaming in general for about 3-4 years now, but I started streaming on YouTube as of, I'd say 2-3 months ago, so it's fairly recent. But welcome, Ink. Have I ever listened to the Thrive theme, to the Thrive Games themes? I haven't actually, no. Ooh. Maybe I should. Right, let me just make all these ones down here a little bit larger. And I just want to start making all these a little bit thinner and smaller. Like that. Let's see. Mag, no worries, mate. Sorry, I'm just reading the Twitch chat. I just saw that it's like a whole bunch of typos. Can you put... They are being competitive. Wait, is that people really being... Don't ask to time out each other. Just get along. Hold on. What are you saying? Do a sport speed run? I can eventually. I'm not really seeing like this argument happening. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Just don't argue. It's really simple. How do you copy body parts? Hold Alt. Hold Alt on the keyboard, and it'll allow you to copy things. And if you want to separate limbs, like this, just hold Control. Have I ever tried making Hollow Knight characters? I've made a couple, actually. I've made the Radiant, so I remember that one. Okay, you know what? I'm going to put all three of you in timeout. I don't know what you're arguing over, but I'm really not interested. I just want to chat to you guys, not look at arguments. And there you go. All three of you. Right then. I don't play Spore for some long while. Spy Maid, why don't you go ahead and play it now then? Let's see. Let's go ahead then, and you want that there? Is it on the next? Oh, Physics, welcome, mate. Yes, this is one of the next I'm currently making now. And as you can tell, it's a bit of a struggle because I've got like all the other ones in the way. The reason why, by the way, the reason why I'm still keeping the others there instead of removing them is I've not decided yet whether I'm going to do every neck manually or if I'm just going to duplicate this neck again and again. I might just duplicate it, as it would be easier. But it might not look right though, so I've not fully decided on it. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the banning and the arguing, but it's... I'm not here to, you know, figure out arguments. I just want to chat to you guys. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, don't give them attention. It's just weird. Spore deserves a Spore too. I completely agree. Spore deserves like just some kind of update in general, doesn't it? Alduin, yes, I've made Alduin. In fact, so I've made Alduin a couple of times, but the latest, like most recent one I've made is my favourite one, like one of my favourite creations in general. Let's see. Right, I think I'm reaching a point now where I want to start using probably the Whipwick parts, which is here. So it's going to be like a bit of a different appearance, but it should look a bit more dainty, which is what I want. I want to start looking a lot more delicate. In fact, I probably could even transition that one a bit earlier. Let's see then. Yeah, Junus, me too. Me too. I do miss the date. Like, every now and then a big YouTuber does play Spore. But I do wish, like, you know, it's a bit more of a consistent thing. Spore never deserved to be abandoned in the first place. Yeah, indeed. Like, you know, don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong. I do understand that, you know, all of us saying that Spore shouldn't have been abandoned might sound a little bit biased because, you know, we like the game. But when you think about it, though, it is impressive that the game has survived for as long as it has. Like, how people still want to, you know, come back and watch videos of it. People still want to play it. The fact that a lot of big YouTubers do go back and play it again, it really says a lot about the game. There's really nothing else like it. It is a shame that there isn't more for it. Thankfully, the modding community has been keeping it alive quite nicely. PewDiePie should play Spore. I'd love to see that, man. When I was younger, I saw your channel and I was inspired to make Spore creations, but after a week of trying to download it, it crashed your mum's computer. Oh, that's really crap to hear. I'm sorry about that, Biohazard. It crashed your mum's computer. That really sucks. Let's see. I guess that's the thing though, really, isn't it? Like, the game's always been like a bit of a mess in that regards, where it's just so... It's such a wild card, Spore, where it'll work perfectly fine for one person, it'll just be like a complete mess for others. put that there. Maybe someone will make a small fan game, which everyone would love. I would love that, indeed. Have you ever tried to do a mega build of a death worm? I have not tried, no. The stream keeps on crashing for you. Either refresh or try it on Twitch. I do stream on both Twitch and YouTube, so that if you have an issue on one service, you can try the other one. Although normally refreshing it helps. Normally. Imagine someone like Mr. Beast played it and did a challenge. Oh my... Oh god, could you imagine that? Oh damn, that's a really good point. Yeah, Mr. Beast did like a spore challenge at one point with his friends. Because he does it a lot in Minecraft, he does it a lot in like... He kind of does his challenges in creative games, doesn't he? It's either creative games or games like Fortnite, you know, like the really big popular ones. I could actually see him doing a spore one being a bit possible. Imagine that. That'd be really weird to see. That'd be so strange to see. And a bit of knowledge. Welcome, mate. Welcome, mate. Excuse me. Let's put that down there. What is Juan? I don't know what Juan is. Let me just go ahead and save it again. Welcome to Disgusting. Juan is life, Juan is everything. Alright then, good for you. Have you ever created Dark Souls bosses? I've made 2 of them, I think. Both were like dragons and such. Let's see. Yeah, I've made, what was it? I made a Gaping Dragon. And I've made another thing, but I can't remember what exactly it was. Alright, Spy Maid, calm down. Calm down about Juan, I don't care anymore. The more you spam it, the less I want to look into it. Remember guys, spamming just means I can't talk to you properly. Ricky. I've been watching since your old Godzilla video, the failed one. I really like all your videos. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Ricky. Cheers, man, and welcome. Let's see. Can you make a satire accurate T-Rex and ZBrush? Give it an elephant trunk? That'd be fun, actually. I have been wanting to do, like, more satire things. Because I really enjoyed the Spino. I'm just not sure, like, what I'd do for a Rex one. The thing is, right, is that the reason why the Spino one went so well was because I had, like, so much silly things to work off. Silly ideas. But with the Rex, it's, like, very limited, isn't it? And, yeah, Myrtle, I completely agree. Let me put that down here. By the way, so for those who are just tuning in, because I've been working on this one for quite a while now. Give me 1 second. Right. I was going to say, yeah, because I've been working on this same little bit for a while now, so for those who are just tuning in, this is going to be like a part of a much larger creation. Now, this part here is like very, very, very tedious, you know, I have to do like a lot, like little bits of details here, but by the time I'm done, I'll be combining it into like a much larger creation afterwards. In fact, as soon as I do finish the neck, I will do that so I can demonstrate it. So I'd say I'm about nearly done with this. Have you done an Eastern Dragon? An Eastern Dragon? Yes, I have. I've done quite a few of them, actually. See, I would like to do more. In fact, that's a point. I've never done an Eastern Dragon mega build. I've done a mega build of Rayquaza before. But never like a straight up Eastern Dragon. Not that I can think of anyway. Like imagine a really long Japanese dragon that's like intertwining and curling and such as a mega build. That'd be really, really cool. It would take ages. But that'd be really cool to see. God, imagine adding all the scales manually. That'd take forever. Right, I'd say this is about almost done with all the little delicate filament parts. An ale mega build. That'd be a good one to do, actually. Oh, that's the wrong part there. The other necks and skeleton are like there is one imposter among us. You're right, actually. You're right. I work on the imposter neck while the others are all just chilling there, you know, waiting, hoping to not get killed or sabotaged. Let's see. Move that back there, move that one a little bit more ahead. Wow, this is really awkward. Don't worry, if it seems awkward to watch, it's even more awkward to make. But it'll be worth it by the end of it. Like, that's what's really fun about mega builds, right? Is that as much of a headache as it might be to create, it's really worth it at the end. Right, so let's quickly save it then. Let's quickly save it. Let's get rid of all these other parts here then. And we'll just get rid of the entire... Oh, no, that's not right. Let me just do that again. We yoink that there. Do that. Well, that's obviously the wrong angle. Let's just rotate that one upwards. In fact, it doesn't really need to be perfect, does it? So that is one neck alone. Let me just quickly save that as a new copy. And we'll just see how that looks like in the creation itself. With everything else, you know, attached to it. The Victor Mines, I'm glad, to be fair. Like, even if it's weirdly satisfying, I'm glad you enjoy it. Right then, so here's the entire mega build so far, for those who've not seen it yet. You can see, like, this is a reference, you might recognise the next now, but this is, like, the actual, like, work in progress thing. And if I go ahead and disguise this gate as a neck, I can then add the neck. Like so. And that is basically the kind of thing I'm after. Once again, it's the wrong colour, but there you go. So this is what I'm aiming for. I think that'll work quite nicely. Then just have, like, you know, another 6 more. Is it 6 or is it 8? Another 8 more. Now, there are a couple more things I would like to do, so I'm not quite finished with the neck yet, but this is like just a little demonstration as to what it is that I'm working towards. In fact, that's not even fully connected, is it? I've done it in too far. A bit further forward like that, move that a little bit more like that. There we go. That's more like it. So yes. It really does look like a bracket neck, doesn't it? Jesus. Or a bracket, yeah, bracket neck. Right, there is more I want to add to it. So let's go ahead then and go back. Let's go back to this piece here. The colour of the neck looks a bit whiter. Yeah, that's an accident. The colours will be the same in a moment. And Junus, yes, I probably will just copy the neck over, to be honest. Now, if I copy the neck over and just make it smaller, it might look a bit strange, it might, but if I can get away with it, it'll save me a lot of time. Can anyone make a mod that makes us able to make our own heads from spore heads, something like that? I don't think anyone can make a mod that will let you make your own heads, but you could make your own heads and turn that into a mod. That you could do. So if you're someone who knows how to use Blender, for example, Blender or Maya or any of the other, you know, big 3D modeling programs, you could make custom parts and then mod that into Spore. Right then, I just want to add these little spiky parts like that, and I also want to add a big one like this. No, I don't want to do that actually. If I do that, I think it will be incompatible later. So let's just do these little spikes for now then. Just add like again, like a bit more detail. A mod to make your own head would be awesome though. It would be awesome, I do agree with that. Right then, let me just do that repeatedly. Kind of like that. And I'm just going to keep on adding these spikes for as long as it will let me, because I'm probably reaching the complexity limit quite soon on this creation part alone. It's still animating, which means it's still stable. A bit of a thing with Spore, by the way, so for those of you who are not familiar with mods, with Dark Injections, where it allows you to, like have a higher complexity limit, because it has no limit, it means that you can keep on adding parts to the point where it will make your game crash. If you want to know, like, if your game's going to crash, pay attention to the idle animation. In fact, there you go. You see how it's completely frozen now? That means if I try to save this creation now, it will crash. But if I get rid of parts until it animates again, now it's stable. Now I can save it and everything will be fine. Always keep an eye out for that. Always make sure that it's, doing this little animation in between parts. That way you can reliably save it. Oh, is Vinesh off? Have a wonderful day, Vinesh, and I'll see you later. You're still learning, you don't know how I can put it in Spore. You made a sofa before. Nice one, tiny boy. Or tiny hair boy, excuse me. Yeah, it's, I know the very basics of Blender now. So I wouldn't know how to add things into Spore either, but it is possible. So if you're someone who can use Blender, it is possible to learn how to turn it into a mod. So just know that you've got the option available to you, if you ever wanted to try it out. Oh wait, that's weird, it's floating. Okay, something bad happened. I kind of like it, not gonna lie. You see how... This is really strange. A lot of the parts here, all the little shell shards, or bone knee pads, they're floating off the vertebrae. They've been completely displaced, and I actually quite like it. I'm gonna keep that. When a glitch actually helps. That's unusual. About saying that, the majority of good creations in Spore nowadays are made via glitches, so it kind of makes sense when you think about it. Let's carefully place that one there. We'll start making them smaller again. Place that one down there. Yeah, that crashing happened recently. You're working on a 3-hour project making a big turtle. Too many shell pieces? Oh no. Bit of knowledge, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's a pain, isn't it? It's one of those things that we all experience it at one point when modding Spore for the first time. I think we all get that one big epic creation that we end up losing to the crashing thing. Ah, I'm sorry, man. But hopefully, now that I've just explained the whole animation thing, hopefully you never experience that again. Right then. I'd say that is about good enough. Let's go ahead and give it the correct colour, which is more like that. We'll say that as new. They tried to put me on the cover of Spore, but my legs were too long. Wait, you what, Kitsune? I think I may have missed something there. Right then. Let's go load our Megabuild again. And let us replace that one actually. As I've still got one from last time that's still there. Let's go ahead and replace it with the new one. There we go. And now you can see it's also the correct colour. Now, how big do I want this to be then? I think about there's a good height actually. Ah, I see Kitsune, thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, I thought I may have missed the context on that one. Right, that is about where I wanted to be. Ish. Now there is a bit of a weird gap here, or not really a gap, more like you can see just how the two pieces connect and it just looks kind of jagged there. I will try to fix that shortly. Just make sure I'm happy with the positioning, and I think I am, to be honest. Now, what I can do next, right? So in regards to the whole, why not just duplicate the neck? Let's give it a go. Now the issue is, if I make this one here smaller, it's just going to be like the same shape, the same size, it's just going to be angled outwards like that. It might be fine, or it might just look really weird. You can see it's clipping together down there, so the spines are now clipping. Let's see if I go ahead and just like rotate it outwards like that. I guess that kind of works actually. Let's see if I do like another one further below. And bring it forward. I think this could work. My only struggle really is how on earth I'm not going to make it all fit in the ribcage. That's going to be a mess. I think some of this is just going to have to look a bit weird. And Snowman only, welcome mate. This is only day 2 working on this, but welcome. I think I've so far spent a total of 5 hours on this in total. Yeah, it might need a little bit of tweaking, but I think we can get away with that, to be honest. What is the blue guy in front of the Hydra? Oh, this old blue guy down here is a Jowie. This is my little mascot. Or my captain in this case. I use this to test drive and to see, you know, like what everything looks like. So I get like a nice little close-up right there. Yeah, you can see how it does clip together a little bit. It does look a bit strange, but let's gonna be entirely honest. I don't think it's a big deal. Yeah, I quite like the way it's looking so far. I like that. Trying to figure out the spinal cord of Hydra is giving you a headache? Yeah, same. I'm just not going to think about it too much. Have you heard about the Spore have you heard about Spore Speedrunner? I've heard of that, yes. I know that one guy, I think is Savage Brick. I know Savage Brick did have a world record. I'm not sure if he still does now. But I am aware that Spore speedrunning is a thing. And they find like a lot of glitches to really cheese times. It's kind of crazy, actually. I'd like to... So I've had people ask me, you know, would I ever speedrun Spore? I'd like to try it casually. Because I think it would just be fun. I like the idea of speedrunning. But I'd never try it competitively. There's just... There's much better people out there than me. Much better people out there. But I think it would be fun, like, as a little casual activity. Let's just drink that there. Hello Marina, welcome mate. What have you missed? Mostly just the neck. Right then. That's about symmetrical, I believe. Hello Dracone, welcome as well. Some even speedrunning on hard. Hey, that's actually good to hear, to be honest. I've always seen that a lot of challenge videos in Sport normally done on easy difficulty. I always, you know, laugh at it a little bit. Because I find that in some games, right, you know, in some games, the difference between easy and hard is like not very much at all. In Spore, it's not like hard mode isn't hard in Spore, it's really not. But it does make challenges a lot easier if you play on easy, if you get what I'm saying? Like how in difficult modes, everything hates you, for example, and that actually makes the game a bit trickier in challenges, in speedruns. It's always good to see when someone does a challenge in hard mode, like the worm difficulty, or the worm challenge. That's a really good example. The difference in the worm challenge between playing on easy and playing on hard is massive. There is a huge difference. Let's see. Let's just move this one in a little bit more. By the way, speaking of the worm challenge, never ever do that on hard difficulty. I say this from experience, just don't do it. It's the worst thing I've ever done in this game, is the worm challenge on hard difficulty. Not because it was hard, it was just really, really annoying. Guy, what did I miss, Guy? What did you say? Made a skeleton of a Hydra 2015. That is true. Did I miss your previous message? Oh, in inspiration sharing? Oh, sorry, Guy. I read like the first half of what you said and missed where you actually said you posted it. Not yet. I've not seen it yet. I've not checked Discord this morning. Do you think Spore on hard is actually hard? In my personal opinion, it's pretty easy. No, I don't think it's hard at all. I think it's difficult to word. I feel like that Spore on hard difficulty isn't hard. Unless you're doing challenges. I think there's like a big difference between hard and easy if you're doing a challenge. Like where easy is really easy, for example. Who's Guy? Guy, someone in the chat. Are you going to make all the heads different? I probably won't, to be honest. I know it's a trait that a lot of people like is when a Hydra's heads are different, but I'm probably not going to do that. Yes, there's Guy, over at Twitch. Guy's another viewer. Looks like my sleep paralysis demon. Fair enough. You bet this Hydra was a nerd among Hydras? Mate, agreed. I mean, God, imagine having that many heads. What a nerd. Let me just bring that there. By the way, I do see there's a lot of people talking, and I apologise if I miss you. I am trying to see as much as I can, but I know I'm missing a lot, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Right then, we'll put that one there. I'm going to move these two forward, I think, actually. Move that one forward, and that one there. Can I grab that one? Move that one forward. Right, there we go. I'm going to move the middle head, or the middle neck, I should say, a lot further back, so there's a bit more of like a variety in the way they're all positioned. I'm really liking the look of that so far. I think it's really coming together quite nicely. Endermite, I'll be fixing all the rolls after the stream. Sorry if I've not been doing it already. Make an imposter head. What would the imposter head look like? Let's just make that one further out. And thank you, Jelly Beanie. Thank you very much. I think we'll move the smaller necks here to the front. A Jowie. That's an idea, actually. Oh no, you just gave me a horrible idea. Imagine if every head looked like various people from the community. So we've got like a Draki head, we've got a Saga head, we've got a Hanzilla head. They're all my moderators for people who don't know. They're like individual moderators that I've got on Discord and the chat. That'd be interesting. I think it'd look a bit weird, if I'm honest. I think it'd look a bit strange. But I think that'd be like a really cool idea. Let's move that down there. So that's now 9 necks, I believe. It's got 9 of them all connected. Give it angry eyebrows. You know what? I really like that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 9. Let me go back for a moment, right? Because I feel like a lot of the colours are just really strange and not quite right. Like, these here look really grey. I'm just gonna go ahead and fix that quickly. So that's that piece there. But it is the right colour though, isn't it? Let me double check. It is beige. Let me try that again. So I'll make it like that colour there. Would that like actually change it? No, it looks the same. That's weird. In the actual mega build, a lot of it looks very grey and white, and I don't like it at all. Have you ever tried the game Crossout? It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun, though when you get further into the game, it's more pay to win. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. No, I've not heard of Crossout, no. Though I'm not really a big fan of pay to win games either, so that could be the case. Sommy, yes, absolutely Sommy. A lot of games with multiple difficulty options are absolutely beef hard mode by making it either too tedious or not hard at all. True. Yeah, true. It's always like a really weird disparity with it, isn't it? I think one game that, in my opinion, did hard mode really well was Horizon Zero Dawn. Where in Horizon it just felt more challenging but not tedious or impossible. I do like games like that. Have I ever considered making Perfect Chaos? Considered it, yes. Is there someone spamming again? Ah, yeah, there is. Okay then. Right, so is this coloured as well then? It looks like it is. It is coloured as well. That's really strange. I'm going to go ahead and let me just make like a new copy then. If I save the colour as that, and then just save new. So I do feel like something went a bit wrong somewhere. How to install dark injections? We're not good to ask, unfortunately. Well, I'm not good to ask. I'm very, very bad when it comes to troubleshooting Spore. If you do need help with modding Spore, I'd recommend asking this Discord server here. Be nice, be polite, but if you need help with your Spore, they are the people to ask for. Oh, there we go. That's... Oh, wait, hold on. That's what's happening. Can you see how it changes colour when I make it larger? No wonder it felt off. Because it was changing colour. Well, that's really annoying. Huh. Can I put like a graphical thing? Let me see. Everything's set to max. Give me one moment. Oh, actually... Yeah, everything's set to max. Let me quickly... There's a cheat I can use. Will it fix it? Give me one moment. Give me one moment. So if I do... high res texture level high, it made no difference. Maybe it's a planet lighting. Maybe, maybe. That's actually a good suggestion. Oh, maybe. You evil genius! It fixed it. Yeah, Cleric, I thought the cheat only worked with buildings and vehicles, but it's still worth a try, wasn't it? It fixed it. That's really odd. I've actually never seen that before. So let's go ahead and just undo everything. So you've got the original wing size back, and if I change the colour, it looks... It seems to be in some colour palettes it glitches, and in some of them it's completely normal. How strange. I think that's about a good medium, isn't it? That's really strange. I've never seen that happen before. Oh well, at least it works. As long as it works, I'm happy. How do you feel you got the chance to play with Jablinski Games? That'd be insane. That'd be really interesting and surprising and kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Am I ever going to play Minecraft? I have played Minecraft, and I would like to again, yes. I will again. Are there any graphical mods for Spore to improve the graphics? Kind of. They're more like tweaks and changing the config. You can somewhat improve the graphics, but it still looks a bit muddy. Yeah, what Cleric said there is correct. Cleric, the moderator in the YouTube chat, I agree with what she was saying there. Hello, Moth. Thank you. I was able to get in touch with the modding community and recover your Spore creations, now you just have to reinstall the game. Oh, Dragon Sang! Good! Good! Hopefully the reinstallation goes well. I'm glad you're able to get your creations back, that's fantastic. And Mystic Mister, I'm really glad to hear that, thank you. Have I ever played Rocket League? No. I was tempted at one point, but I never got round to it. Right. I'll go back to this again then. Do I want to add in any more heads? Or any more necks? I'm kind of tempted. So we got like to the full number of 9, which is what I originally wanted, as you can see in this one here. But I'm kind of deciding, do I want to like add any more? I think it might be fine the way it is, to be honest. It all fits into the ribcage quite nicely. In fact, all things considered, I think it's clipped together quite well. Right, I need to sneeze. And it just left me. Okay. I hate that feeling when you need to sneeze and it just vanishes instantly. It's horrible. Right, let me think. The next thing for me to do realistically is the head, or the neck. Let's do the neck, or the neck spines, I should say. Let's procrastinate on the head and do the spikes. Replace. It'll do some more. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for the heads. I'm still deciding. On Hydra 7 heads, there could be any number of heads. Some Hydras have 3, some have 5, some have 9, and 7. Is there any way to get the robot parts officially without Dr. Pepper? Officially, no, there isn't, unfortunately. Yeah, the only way to get the robot parts is the old-fashioned way, and that's not doable anymore. Which sucks. It's horrible and it's annoying. Let's see. Let me just yoink that one down there. Oh god, Waffle Guy, I hope you're okay. Nothing more fun than chronic sneezing. I hope you're alright. There we go. What's the safest alternative? Oh, for the robot parts? So I'm not entirely sure. And the reason for that is because I've never looked into it, so I've never had to find out myself. I'd say probably the safest alternative might just be the Dark Injection mod. Now, you can get the mods and just like disable everything except for the robot parts. I think that might be the safest, but not the most convenient though. That's not the most convenient at all. I would not recommend finding it on Google. I think you might get a lot of bad results doing that. What do you think about the Isle? It's not for me, to be honest. I've tried out the Isle before. I tried playing the Isle before. It was honestly really boring. But that's okay though, it's not for me. I know a lot of other people enjoy it, and you know what? Good for them. I say if you guys enjoy playing the Isle, keep on going. I found when I tried to play, I chose the most populated server I could find at the time, and I think the server had like 70 people playing at the time. But even at like 70 people online, I could not find a single person. It just felt barren, empty, really confusing. It is like, yeah, okay. It wasn't really for me, unfortunately. You've seen Hydra's a Draconoid head, Serpent heads, even Malian heads, but you've never seen one with the Avian heads. Oh, Mag! Mag! Imagine a Hydra Griffin. That'd be really cool. Not for this, but like in general, like a Hydra Griffin sounds like it could be really interesting. No, oh my god. Right. I've just had an idea that Draki or Somi could probably draw. Imagine. Imagine a Hydra Flamingo. How derp would that look? That would look so strange. Oh no, now I want to see Draki draw it. I think, right? I think if Draki and Somi were to draw that, Draki would draw something really adorable and cute, and Somi would draw the most derp-looking monstrosity. It'd be amazing. It'd be absolutely amazing. Peacock! Oh, Peacock Hydra! That'd be beautiful! Oh yeah, Tree Bride, imagine that! Now that would be a really pretty idea. A Peacock Hydra. Man, birds are underrated. Like, you could really use birds for some very interesting inspiration. Does Darkspore remove complexity once and for all? Naples, not Darkspore, Dark Injection. They're two very different things. Dark Injection does remove complexity, yes. However, because it removes complexity, it does mean you can crush your game with like how much you can add. But it does give you like significantly higher complexity, so you can do like so much more with it. Oh, let me just adjust that. There we go. Adding in all the spines. Oh, to run Spore? Yeah, no, Spore's a really old game. You do not need anything good to run Spore at all. It's such an old game. You could probably get away with Spore on on a really cheap laptop. The game is from 2008. It's a different generation. You could play it on most computers. And Gyro Zeppeli, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right then. I'd say I'm almost done with these little spiky parts. An owl Hydra. Oh, that'd be really pretty. Like, it may be like a snow owl. Or a great horned owl. Bearded vulture. That'd be another really cool one as well. Spore still runs fine on your old dinosaur laptop. Exactly. It's like, that is the one nice thing about Spore was that, or is that it's so old that, yeah, you can run it on most computers nowadays. If your computer's like from the 90s, then probably not. But if it's like, you know, if you bought your computer like the last 10 years, more than that to be honest, you should be sorted. Yeah, exactly, yeah, it's a 32-bit game. I mean, mate, it's capped on 30 FPS. It is capped at 30 FPS, that's how old this game is. Which, by the way, is something you can change. Like, if you want to have your game run at 60 FPS or higher, there is fixes to do that. Fennec Fox Hydra, oh, that'd be beautiful. That's another idea that Jack would be great at drawing. Can I just say, I am able to add many more of these spines on than I thought I could. Considering that this is like right on the cusp of complexity limit, I'm surprised at how many of these I can add. A human Hydra. Mag. Oh, that's awful, Mag. You're right, that is the most cursed. Human Hydra. If Spore doesn't work, it's because it's such an old game that the tech doesn't support it. That is also true, actually. That is correct. Spore is such an old game where if you've got like a really advanced computer, then that can also cause issues. Especially have like the latest graphics cards. That does make Spore have a fit, sadly. So there actually is such a thing as having too good of a computer. Hopefully you don't come into that issue. But if you do, there are fixes for it. It is fixable. Hello, Canna Juj, thank you very much. You go with the Pesquid Parrot and Wyvern mix. A Pesquid Parrot? What is that? Give me one moment. A Pesquid Parrot. Oh yeah, one of those ones. They're the freaky vulture-like ones. They're really cool looking. Right, guys, a bit of a reminder. So you know how I was just saying earlier that with modded Spore, with Dark Injection, you can get to a point where your creations are too detailed to save and it'll crash the game. I'm at that point right now. If when you're creating things, you ever see that your creation stopped animating, it means it's unstable. If I save it, this will crash right now. However, if you just remove parts, remove parts until it animates again, now I know it's safe, now I'm going to save a new version, and you know it's going to work completely fine then. All good, all good. A Kitsune Hydra. A Kitsune Hydra, that'd be both terrifying and really cool. I'd love to see that, actually. A human dragon, that sounds cursed. Wait, hold on, a human dragon, isn't that basically, what's it called? That one freaky one from Monster Hunter. Is the Ishavalda, I think? That's basically a human dragon when you think about it. More or less. Let's just replace that quickly with the new neck I've just made. Hydrate's a really good idea. I really should go get some water in a moment. I had issues with Spawn and solid state hard drive, kept losing files. Moved it to a mechanical hard drive and the problem disappeared. Really, Maver? Wow, that's interesting. I've actually never heard about that. Though I believe it. I mean, we all know what Spore's like. That actually makes sense. Oh, damn, dude. Right, time to fix all these. Now, because I've already placed a lot of these, all I have to do is like rescale them to be the right size again. Although that's going to be quite tricky to have to remember it, and that's hard. Memory is hard. Do about one there. Got another one about here. Yeah, then I'm going to have to like adjust all of these quite a bit. In fact, I might even be better off just redoing this. Yep, I'm just going to redo it. Get rid of that entirely. Easier this way, it's a lot easier. Have I ever played Creatures of Scenaria? I have not, no. And Ellie Valentine, thank you. Do you think Creature Sim, Forgotten Spore, and Revolutionary Game Studio 5 Developers should work together? That's actually a very good question. I don't know if they should work together, but it'd be very interesting to see what they do if they did. I've never thought about that. That's a very good question. Huh. It's tricky, right? Because I know that with Thrive, are really avoiding like anything financial and monetary. That way it remains a passion project. I don't know if Creature Sim's doing the same thing or not. I'm assuming they're not. They're probably doing it like respectfully for profit, which is completely fair and okay. So I'm not sure if them collaborating with Thrive would be a good idea, but I think it would have potential though. Yeah, if they both work together on Spore Successor, that would have very interesting potential. How do you use a creature in Galactic Adventure as a proper statue? Alan, right, give me one moment. So, for anyone who's wondering this, how do I make my creatures frozen like this? The way I'm doing it is, if in Galactic Adventures you get a gate, any gate at all, which you can find in the Gameplay Objects tab, go and disguise it. Now, as you can see, I have creatures enabled, and I've got a mod for that. You can't normally do this, so I can't normally, just load up a creature and freeze it, as you see here, that's not normally possible. The way you normally do it is, when you're disguising a gate, choose any vehicle, any building, just anything at all, select it, edit it, and then when you're in the editor, go back into the Sporepedia, unfilter it, and it will actually show you creatures as well. That's the workaround. So when you've done that, you can then select a creature, open it in the editor, save it, or accept it, and it will allow you to then use that as a disguise for the gate. And it will work. Now, I am using a mod that skips that, but that is the way you do it without mods. Megabuilding is completely possible without mods. You just need Galactic Adventures. Do I live in England? Yes, I do. What is your favourite official Maxis-made creature? A gooplet? What's a gooplet? Give me one moment. I don't see that. That's because I'm not in the right tab. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. That's a silly looking little thing, isn't it? I don't really have a favourite, to be honest, because I've always played with other people's creations. I guess really my favourite Max's creature would be just a Willowsaur. And Dragon Roblox, I'll see you later then, my dude. Take care. Right, let's just move that one forward then. Yeah, like I was saying, I've never really played much of Max's creatures because back when I first started playing the game, I was always able to download other people's creations. So I'm never really that familiar with them, to be honest. You remade the Max's Bee-Bird. I've been wanting to try get into remaking Max's creations at some point. I know a lot of people wanted me to try it a while ago. I think it'd be like a fun little exercise. Ever played Doom Eternal? No, I haven't. Although I think I bought it for my husband. I know I bought my husband a Doom game. Let's see. Oh, that's a good reminder. Let me get a drink quickly. Give me one moment. I'm gonna get some water. One sec. I'm good. How are you? The mic's not muted. Yes. Love you. Okay, I don't know if you heard any of that. I got my water. Thank you for the reminder. Okay. Water is good. Dracon sang. I think it'd be awesome, mate, if you tried streaming some Spore. Give me a sec. Adjust my chair. We heard all of what you said. Alright, I was just yelling upstairs to Kev. So I was gonna say, yeah, no, if you want to try streaming Spore, I say go ahead and do it. I understand it being scary, of course. Like when I first started streaming, I was really scared. I was absolutely terrified. The way I see it is, like, the biggest tip I can give for anyone who wants to get into streaming is that the hardest thing is to keep on talking because it's exhausting, you run out of things to say, you get a bit stuck. If you ever run out of things to say during a stream, just start treating it like a tutorial, just start explaining what you're doing. Because I find, at least for myself, that after a while, one, it's just nice for new people when they come in and they know what you're doing, so it's good to keep them up to date, but also two, it gives you time while you're explaining what you're doing to think about what you want to say next, or a topic, or gives people in the chat a chance to say something more that you can then talk about. It's, like I said, it's tricky and it's scary. But I think it's definitely worth a try. I really like streaming. I think it's very, very enjoyable. It's a very social activity. It's the most social activity I have. Gives me the opportunity to meet a lot of new people, which is really nice. Let me just... I'm trying to rotate this. There we go. Good, Toothy, good. I mean, I guess it kind of applies to YouTube as well, to be honest, for video making. And you'll see, like, I'll do it a lot myself. I will very frequently talk about what I'm doing because, one, I'm very conscious there's always people coming in and out, so I want the people coming in to be aware of what I'm doing, so they're, like, you know, on the same page. But also, too, like I said, it's like, gives me, like, a little buffer period to think about what to say next. It helps. Let me just grab... This is really, really awkward. I'm trying to grab... There you go, that one part there. I'm trying to reapply all the necks again. Because I made a change. And one bit of a very annoying thing with Megabuilding is that if you change a part that was already there, you have to rescale it and reposition it. Let's see. We'll put that one over there. Like that. I don't know if you can hear it, but Luna is snoring in the background, my cat. I can just about hear her snore right behind the microphone. If you hear a bit of a squeaking, well, now you know. I love the fact that most of us have been Pavlov's into not saying I'm back because of ale. True. I kind of want to try stream on Discord, but I need to go live rank first. Oh yeah, that's fair. The reason why we have the go live rank on Discord quite restricted is because it prevents people, you know, streaming dodgy stuff. It's just to be safe. But if a moderator is around, they can give you the go live rank and just, you know, make sure that what you're doing is okay. The mods on my server are, like, as long as you're nice, the mods on my server are very, very chill. Like, we all just want to have a good time, right? So if you ask nice, they'll probably give you the rank for a bit. Oh god, Morgan Freeman face Hydra, that's horrible, I kind of want to do it now. Post finish Among Us singing on your Discord, oh awesome! Yeah, Hothead, I'd look forward to seeing that, thank you. My biggest problem with streaming is that no one ever joins and that makes speaking super hard. Yeah, that's entirely fair, that is fair. I will be honest, that is not an issue I've had, so I don't really know what to suggest for that. I do feel like that, like I said earlier, you know, treating it like a tutorial so that way you've always got something to talk about. So when people tune in, they still hear you talking. I think that could help. But I do know what you mean though, like it's when you've got no one watching, it does feel like a little bit pointless, doesn't it? That's a thing I don't know what to suggest, I'm afraid. I wish I did. Yeah, I wish I did know what to suggest. I've tried to do a pterosaur. I have, yes. I've done pterosaurs. Let's see, let's move that down to around there. And now I'm going to add the final 2 at the front here. Move those ones downwards. Oh, that's a bit too far actually, I think. Yeah, let's move that back slightly, like that. We've got the one there, we've got the one there. And I think we've got all the necks placed back on again. Something like that. Sweet! That looks a lot better than the spines now. Like with the actual spikes coming off the necks, I think that just makes it look a bit more interesting. A very floofy Hydra of Luna's face, that'd be a bit weird. My dude, that is not how you advertise. There you go. Thank you, Cleric. I think the best thing that would, I think the best help would be streaming with a friend if you have one willing to speak with you on stream. Actually, yeah, that is what I did as well. Now that you mention it, Mystic. So, like I mentioned, I was fortunate to have viewers in my very first stream, but I was so scared because at the time, the idea of, you know, like, if you think about it, right now, I'm in a room by myself just talking randomly. I mean, I'm talking to you guys, but for the longest time, I found it really difficult to shake off the feeling that I'm just randomly talking to myself. So that's what I did, is I had a friend just lurk in a voice chat with me. He just sat there listening while I spoke, so it felt like I was speaking to someone directly. It's like a weird psychology thing. But it actually helped, it really helped a lot just having someone there with you. Hello Red Apple Panda, welcome mate. And Jenna, I'm glad. I'm glad, not gonna lie. The little wing is a different colour. But that can probably be fixed with the colours again later on. Otherwise though, that's looking pretty damn awesome. I like that a lot. I'm getting stuck on this one a lot. Yeah, cool, that's looking pretty good so far. What if I put some shaders on? And some water. Water is good. I like water. I like that. I really, really like that. I think it looks pretty wicked so far. Okay, I still gotta do the head. I just don't want to do the head. You personally struggle to keep up a conversation? Me too, actually. I actually struggle with that as well. My like, for example, in a voice chat, like on Discord, my ideal conversation size is like 3 to 5 people. Because otherwise, if it's just me and one other person, I really struggle to keep the conversation going. Like, that's the funny thing, right? So I might be sitting here talking constantly on stream. I really struggle to talk in private. And Orphan, Luna is a Maine Coon. She's a Maine Coon cat. Very fluffy. Oh, the ambient occlusion mod, or a reshade, excuse me. Pardon me. The shaders come from reshades, which I installed a very long time ago. I'm not sure how I set it up, but it's literally just called reshades. Like, if I quickly Google it for you. Yeah. Reshade.me. This is the website I got it from. Yeah, like I said, I did it so long ago, I can't really remember how I did it, I'm afraid. Sorry. Right then, let me just, the head is always the hardest part, right? I always find the head to be the hardest part because now's where I gotta decide, like, how do I want it to be? what kind of heads do I want? I could make them snake-like, I could make them very reptilian, do I want it to be like dragon-like, or dinosaur-like, or snake-like? I do want it to be dragon-like. I want it to have horns. It's a very spiky creature, so I think if it didn't have horns, it'd look a bit weird. Dragon and snake-like, like a fusion? Maybe. Frog-like, monitor lizard-like. Dog-like. Bears? Oh, that'd be really cool, actually. Let's just see what we get. Yeah, this is the hardest part now, is making the head. Capasuchus. Ooh. I do like the idea of it being more snake-like. I guess snake-like, but with some big horns going on. But now the thing is, right, is I've got to make this entire thing from scratch. Like, it can't just be like a regular stock head, now I've got to build the head. So it's Hydra MB, Hydra MB head 1. I'm going to call it Hydra Megabuild GA prop. A dragon and saber-toothed cat. Oh, that'd be epic. I do like saber-toothed cats. Let me quickly look up then. Let's look up a anaconda skull on Google. Wow, that is a lot more detailed than I thought it would be. Right, maybe not. Actually, an anaconda would be a pretty cool reference. I'm not looking at it. What about a python? Ooh, that's a really cool reference. Check this one out. I like that. I think that'd be really cool there. That's what I'm gonna do. I should go ahead there, like roughly like that. Not perfect, but like inspired. A Megabuilding of a crate dragon from Star Wars. You know what? I used to love crate dragons in Star Wars. I used to be fascinated by them. That'd be a really cool mega build. So, how am I going to do this then? Let us do it the old-fashioned way. Let's frame it. So, this is where things get all awkward. So for the head, let's just go ahead then and do like a bit of a frame like that. So I want to try and make it hollow. So this is going to actually be exceptionally harder than normal. Let me think. So if I do that, I'm then going to make a frame pointing out like that. That could be the side of the jaws. Now that frame will be invisible in GA, so don't have to worry about it too much. I would also like that to be the eye socket. I want that to be really defined. So for the eye socket, I am thinking using Pandora's toolbox, I'll get a ring part. Maybe the recoloring one, that way it inherits the texture of the base creature. I want to be thin though. And I'll build off of it, not have it like as an actual feature. So this will be one of the eye sockets. This is going to look very strange for a very long time. Bear with me. Like I said, this is where things get a bit complicated. Right. First thing I'm going to do then is put the jawbone. Because that's like where the teeth will be, the overall shape. That's just like, it will just frame it. But I don't want that though. I don't really want to nail down for it. I'm kind of thinking the bone knee pads might be a better shape for it. So something more like that. That'd be better. Have you tried Minecraft with mods? Yes. I've tried, I've actually played a lot of Minecraft. I did it like as a stream and video once. I do want to do it again. I do want to make more Minecraft videos in the future. But when I was younger, I did play a lot of modded Minecraft. Mainly Feed the Beast. That's the stuff I used to play. Mike, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Chameleon skull. Oh, chameleon skull. Well, that'd be an interesting design, actually. And I'm being attacked by a cat. Hello, Oliver. I might be interrupted at the moment. I've got an Oliver cat. It's in my way now. And Plushy Evic, thank you for the follow. No, thank you for the host. And welcome. Always appreciated, thank you. I think a combination of Nerdlands and Horror Lumps would make the head. So I thought about Horror Lumps. Horror Lumps are normally really good. I'm kind of avoiding it though, because I feel like that they sometimes have like a very flat texture. But I think it would be good in like some parts. I think like bone knee pads, no downs, Horror Lumps. I will use the keratin horns for the teeth, because they're just like the most, you know, sharpest looking thing. The most teeth-like. Move that forward a little bit. Minecraft with friends? I would like to actually, yes. I really would like to. I have been getting like quite an intense Minecraft itch lately. My issue with Minecraft, right, is because I played Minecraft a lot when I was younger. I played it far too much that I got so burnt out that I'm now really behind on everything, so I just don't really know how to play it nowadays, which can be frustrating to watch. But also, I have this issue, right, in Minecraft, where I'll hit a point where I just don't know what to do. I guess it's what people feel all the time in Ark, where, like, you know, you tame your first raptor, oh now, you know, oh no, what next? I get on a lot in Minecraft. It's really annoying. But I want to play it though. It's really fun. I like it. I should play it again. I really should. Right, let me think. So, now we've got that part there. The next thing I want to do then is... Let me just yoink this out. Another little thin piece that you're not really going to see in the finish. I want to do that so that I can place... Oh god, camera spin. So I can place this on top. In fact, I might have to do it a bit further out, won't I? More like that. So I do have like a bit of a plate on the back of their heads, and this is going to have horns, so I think a plate would help on the back of its skull. It won't be anatomically perfect, by the way. It's only a reference. It's just like for fun. You've not been able to play Minecraft in years because of that. Same with Ark, but there is mostly the grind, and that makes me not want to play it. That's entirely fair. They've added so much new stuff. Sometimes the best thing to do when you're burnt out Minecraft is just to go crazy and explore. That's the thing I always loved, was exploring, actually. Like, back when Kev and I played a lot of modded Minecraft, like Feed the Beast, Kev would always be the one building, and I'd always be the one exploring and getting like all the chests and dungeons and such. I'd be the one running off, exploring the entire map, not literally, and just like coming back with tons and tons of resources. Whereas Kev would take all those resources and like make these great big insane auto farms. Good times. Yeah, I kind of miss that. I do miss that. I think playing, like doing a stream with friends would be really fun, actually. Right, let me do that. I'm gonna flip this over. The reason why I'm flipping it over is just because I don't want it to be like just the same part again and again. I just want it to be like a bit of variation when it textures. Bit of a different shape, different texture. And just flipping it over will make a big difference. Becca is mine, Kev is crafts. That is really accurate, actually, True Bright. Huh. That's a really good way of putting it. Because I do run around just going, mine, mine, in Minecraft, just steal everything, and Kev's the one that crafts it all. There's a Minecraft mod called Fossils and Archaeology, and it adds structures and plenty of awesome dinos. I have heard about that one. When you don't know what to do, you just build a town? That sounds really fun, actually. Yeah, just building. That is something I don't do enough in games like Minecraft. I don't build enough. It's funny, right? Because I build a lot in Spore, as you can see. But I don't really build much in other games, and I really should. Am I spode? I don't think so. I might be. You never know. A Minecraft stream with Summy. That'd be terrifying, and I would love it. Hey man, we are due for another Minecraft Patreon server. We are due for one. We were actually meant to do one like 6 months ago and it didn't happen. I think we got distracted by Genesis when it came out. Let me think. Right, I'm gonna start switching around pieces now, because like I said, I don't do like the same thing over and over. Actually, no, this is where horror lamps would be good. Clark was right. If I use these to frame the eyes, for example, it would just look a bit more interesting. A bit more rugged, I guess you could say. Oh, whoops, wrong part. It's like that, for example. And then have a much larger part all the way back here. I can always provide building tips and tutorials. Ael's really good at building in Minecraft. I remember in the Patreon server, Ael was building some really pretty buildings. It was really cool, actually. I tried to create a creature with multiple heads, but instead of heads, there is a new creature. Huh, that'd be quite an interesting idea, actually. Or what about, like, just make a creature of creatures? That'd be really weird, but really interesting. Right, let me just move that to about, I'd say down there. That might be the best. TJ? Oh, thank you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do wish there were more sport YouTubers. I do wish there like even like a bit of competition. I think would be really fun. If you feel like you're, if you ever feel like you didn't do something smart. Oh wow, Waffle Guy, fair enough then. You can't play solo Minecraft, you get lonely and bored. Yeah, I think I would as well now, actually. I normally like playing games solo, I do prefer that, but I think games like Minecraft, I kind of need company to enjoy it now. I've reached that point of needing friends, what is this? Right, I think that's about a good shape for the eyes. Now, like I was saying earlier, this big grey frame in the middle that you see around the eye right here, that won't be visible in the actual thing, like that's an invisible frame. You can see it now, so I can build with it, but it'll be gone later. What happened to Terrace HD? He actually pops into the stream every now and then. Terrace has got a family. He's got a kid. To which I say, mate, good for him. Really happy for him. But it's been really cool though, it's been popping into the last couple of streams, just, you know, chatting, saying hi. It's good to see. I'm glad that he's doing well. Yeah, if I remember correctly, because he said this on his YouTube and on his Twitter, so this is like public knowledge. When he did his comeback just recently, where he made like that Sport Let's Play he was just about to do, it was just after he posted that video that he found out his other half was pregnant. So that was, bless him, really, really unfortunate timing. And that's why, you know, he made the one video and then never made another one since, because, well, he's got a kid now. You never know, though. Hopefully one day he might come back again, like, come back to making videos. But I do like that he still hangs around. Very big eyes to make it look kind of cute. It won't have eyes, because it's a skull. If anything, giving a skull eyes probably make it even more creepy. Let's see. Can I just say, by the way, I'm aware this looks really strange. That is unfortunately like the process of doing this kind of things. It's gonna look weird for a very long time, but as soon as like it all comes together, like it will just suddenly look right after a while. No bone eyes. I guess I could do what people do with like T-Rexes and give them like the weird, you know, little hollow eye things. Have you seen how like in a lot of paleo arts and a lot of like dinosaur skeleton drawings, they add like these weird little they're like eye shields? I think birds have them. I think that's why they do it. Give it demonic glowing eyes. That'd be great, honestly. And hello, PewDiePie. It's good to see you, mate. Welcome. Let's see. I'm gonna put that one to be about there. Save it again. Discworld Death Eyes. Skeletal eye sounds terrifying. It kind of does, doesn't it? Right, let's start adding in the teeth then, so that things can start looking a bit more normal. Let's just add... how am I going to do this exactly then? Oh, actually... I've got the right thing for this. There it is. If I remember correctly, these ones, they have a nudge handle, but they cannot stack. I really got to fix that. Right, let's use regular keratin teeth then. And we'll stick it like slightly inwards. Like that. Make that quite a bit smaller. I wish I could have mods on my computer on Spore, because that'd be awesome. Well, DJ, mods are available. If you check in the stream description, like down below, I do have a link to where I get all my mods from. That should hopefully help you out. Right, got a great big tooth right there. They're not all going to be big, of course, but normally, at least for like snake-like creatures, the first couple of teeth are quite large. This one will be a bit more receded, like that. Have another little small one like that. And just make sure it's all angled in the right way. I am sorry for spinning the camera so much, by the way. I kind of just have to. Let's see. Now for the rest of the teeth, they can all just be like small little conical ones. Not really much to it, just, you know, down the jaw. Kind of like this. Just make sure they're all pointed the right way. That one isn't. That one kind of went a bit of a different direction. Just move this one forward. And that one forward. It's a bit jagged, but I don't really mind that, to be honest. Right then. I quite like the look of that so far. That's the upper jaw, which looks really strange, but hopefully the lower jaw like kind of offset it. Yeah, it is weird, I agree. This does look really strange. Again, that's just the unfortunate part about like these kind of things, is that it's just going to look weird until it all comes together. Right, what else do I want to do then? I want to get a horror lump and just stick it in. Oh god, that's not what I want to do at all. Grab that, and we'll just put it on the nose. That way it just looks a bit more textured. Because right now it looks very flat and weird. So I think like that. Cool. How did you guys discover Dark? For me personally, I was searching for mods and just stumbled upon her. Oh wow, Toothy, that's pretty cool actually. You're just looking for Spore videos, Clarak? You're looking at Spore videos as recommended to you. Wow. And Hothead, I do agree with that, yeah. It does look very flat. But then again though, if I compare it to this, snakeheads do look flat. But you can see about how like a lot of the interesting part is a lower jaw. So I think as soon as I do the lower jaw in, I think it'll look normal again. You found Dark looking for a modded Spore series. Ah. Snakes specifically have that weird jaw structure, so it's capable of expanding outwards. Yes, you're right, yeah. To be fair, for what it's worth, I'm not really thinking about the skull in terms of like, you know, how it will behave and eat and such. Honestly, I just think it'll look cool. Which I know is a very, you know, like, lazy answer for some people, but I think it'll look cool with a snake skull. I am a sucker for badass looking things. I really am. And I'm just thinking, right now I'm just trying to think about how exactly I want to do this next. I will just make this one here a little bit smaller. To recede it in, so that I can do this. Because I think that the jaw there was like a bit too long. Yeah, I think they're neat. Yeah, that's pretty much what it boils down to. I just think they're neat. I discovered Becca because the YouTube I was watching had a Spore playthrough, which wasn't even a meme series. You saw the Tianlong in your recommended and clicked. Ah. That's really cool. I miss Tianlong. You don't create super realistic skeleton hydras, how dare you? I know, right, PewDiePie, how dare I? How dare I make this mythological creature baseless? Did a couple of extra teeth there. There we go. I found your channel when I was a wee little primary school child, and you've actually got me into sport at that age. Oh, I see. I found you years ago, back when you did the screaming death build. I remember so clearly you making a video on like snake movement in sport. Yes, that's true actually. That is one thing I did do was the Cobra animation test. That video was weirdly popular, considering it was just a test. It was surprising. I've had a couple of videos like that actually that have been like weirdly popular. I mean, hey, I'm not complaining, but sometimes it's kind of strange like which ones tend to catch on and which ones don't. Right, let's start doing the bottom jaw now. And for that, I'm going to start from the back and work my way forward. Like this. Oh, whoops, camera spin. Yeah. Let's start, I'd say, from probably about around down here. Welcome back, Flaccob. The jaw should have molars. Molars are only really a thing for omnivores and mammals. I believe, anyway. I don't believe snake heads and reptilian heads have molars. The Mosasaurus skeleton, and then you managed to make even this skull? Yeah, true. And blue tail, good, blue tail, draw, do it. Do it, drawing is good. I hope you have fun. Let me just bring that forward. Oh, and make that to about there. So that's the kind of angle I want for the lower jaw. Actually, it doesn't have to be, does it? It could be wider out. It's the base of the snake after all. So if I do that, it's like I said earlier, these invisible frames, you will not be able to see them in the adventure editor, so it doesn't matter if you can see them now. Which gives me a lot of freedom with this. Let's move that inwards like that. Excuse me. And just to kind of like show how it's going to look, let's put the initial 2 front teeth here. So we kind of like bent in something looking like that is what I'm after. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually making the upper and lower jaw like 2 separate pieces. Because what I want to do is that when I save and put everything together, I want to be able to make the jaws different on each one, so that some are open and some are closed. Which should hopefully look quite nice, quite cool. So right now it might look a little bit strange, but I can adjust it in the adventure editor as opposed to now. The hybrid drawing series? Yes, the hybrid drawing series, let's make hybrids, I will do again in the future. That will be a thing again, don't you worry. You want to see a snake drawn with molars now? That sounds horrible. And now I want to too. A snake with human teeth. Oh no, that's horrible. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. It's making my mouth feel funny. Thinking about that. Right, let me just... Okay, cool. I quite like how that's looking so far then. I just want to make these 2 here a little bit longer. And this one here a bit longer too. There we go. I think that's like a bit of a better transition. And then I can carry on adding... Let's do some horror lamps for this. Oh, no, maybe not. Get rid of that. There we go. We'll add like a horror lamp, like, I don't know, I'd say about here. It looks like it's screaming from agony. Fair enough. Then it shall suffer. That's not gonna work, is it? Not quite. Not quite. Maybe if I do it from the other side, though. Like, over here inwards. Come on. There we go. No, that's not gonna work either. Okay. I think I'll just keep using bone knee pads then for the lower jaw. Thank you, dear Mid. I think the first video of yours I remember seeing was the King Atropius one. Wait. No way that was 9 years ago. Hold on. Atropius? That wasn't 9 years ago, was it? Oh, wow. Huh. Man, I've been playing this game for too long. I've been playing this for far too long, haven't I? Let's see. Do that there. The infinite scaling mod is not working for you. Right, the infinite scaling mod in particular requires another mod to go with it. I can't remember what it's called, but it should be within the page. Like the page that you got it from. It's like an overriding thing. Give me one moment. What is it called? Infinite scaling, infinite scaling. Here it is. So if you're using infinite scaling mod, you need to make sure that you get this as well as the mod itself. This requires like another thing to work. It's the thing that overrides the editor for you. That's it. There it is. A universal property enhancer. It's just another mod that you install normally, but it allows you to make changes to the game that isn't normally possible. If you get that, that should fix it. It should. If it doesn't, then I'm afraid I don't know. Oh, let me get my image back. I just lost my image. There we go. Got my reference. I remember when your Skeleton Dragon got featured in Spopedia. I remember that. What was that? A adventure, Nete? Yes! That was a Valley of the Dragoness adventure. And that got featured on Spopedia. And so Max has never featured anything again after that. That's kind of like when they've begun to just abandon us. And I remember that adventure was featured there for like a year, I think, and it really, really made a lot of people angry. But hey, I got a year-long feature. That was pretty pog. Or pretty good, actually. I shouldn't say pog anymore, should I? But that was pretty good. I'm gonna check if I have that, but it's probably the cause. No worries at all. I do hope that helps. I do hope that helps. And hello Cova. Welcome. Did I ever play Super Mario World? I played a Mario game when I was really young, but I don't know which one it was. But it was on like the N64, I think, or the Dreamcast, so probably not Mario World, no. Yeah, Nete, I heard about that. That's gonna be a hard habit for me not to say anymore. Yeah. But I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that topic. It's just sad and depressing. Let me see. I can't remember the first video so long ago. Do you have a headcanon on this how this Hydra died? I don't actually know. To be fair, I rarely think of backstories for what I make. Which is kind of sad, actually. It'd be cool if I actually did think of backstories for things like this. Like, why is this Hydra dead, you know? Why is it a skeleton? What could be an interesting backstory? It fought Godzilla. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Hercules. Yeah, just I like that actually, just Hercules happened. Why is this Hydra dead? Hercules. Oh. Have I ever clickbaited? Yes, actually. I clickbaited. Well, technically no. I have done clickbait titles, except I delivered on the clickbait, so does that count? Because technically my Red Dragon, like, you guys all know, like, the big Red Dragon build I've done, that was a clickbait title. Now, it was the most detailed thing I've ever made. So technically it was true, but it was a clickbait title. And it worked, which was really depressing. I mean, it was great, you know, obviously the video did very well, but that was my experiment. I wanted to try, like with that Red Dragon build, I wanted to try and see if clickbaiting would work, and it did. That video is now on 6 million views. Clickbaiting worked. Oh dear. The Thunderjaw you built for 3 years ago is currently recommended. Oh wow! Well, the fact it's being recommended is really cool, and I can't believe it was 3 years ago already. Let's move all those inwards a bit more. I want to admit this does look very strange. It's because, in fact, I know why it looks strange. It's not curved. Snake skulls are quite curved, aren't they? Their lower jaws are. The Hydra died because it fought the law, and the law won. Fair play. And thank you, by the way, Orphan. Thank you, Orphan, for a lot of the donations today in general. I really do appreciate it. And Cordero, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chaos. Right, let's move that one downward slightly. Right, tell you what, actually. The reason this looks so off is because the lower jaw is just really straight and it just looks really strange. What I need to do, ideally, is probably... Oh, it's going to be really tricky. Right, what I need to do is just move all the teeth off of the frame and move them like back onto these shell shards. And I need to change the frame entirely because since the frame is straight, it makes the jaw straight. If I separate it all off like this... Give me one moment. I can then adjust the entire thing and change the curvature. Like that. Another one there, and I think that's all of it, right? I think it is. The Red Dragon video didn't really seem clickbaited to me. I mean, you did what you said in the title. Exactly, yeah, exactly. Like, it's like a bit of a grey area, isn't it? But I will fully admit, you know, I knew what I was doing with the name, with the title of the video. It was, I intended it, and I wanted to see if it would work, and it did. Right, let's go ahead then and do that for the frame instead. So now it's curved instead. We've got the front jaw all the way over here. We've got the middle part of the jaw right there. So I want this one to be a lot further out now. I'll move this here. In fact, I could probably even move that to about there, couldn't I? Bear with me, I'm not reading the chat for a moment, but I will as soon as I can. I'm just really focused on this part here. I want to get this fixed. And then I'll see the chat again. So then I can move this one upwards like that. Move that, oh, whoops. Move that downwards, and you see that? That makes a really big difference. That already looks better. So earlier, it just looked really weird and rigid. Whereas now, just that little bit of curvature does make it look a lot more convincing. So if I do that... Oh, that might unsynced. Hold on. There we go. Fix that. I will move the entire thing just slightly downwards. This is really, really awkward. Give me one moment. Be the right angle. Kinda like that. It looks better than it did earlier. He got punched in the face, which is why his jaw is so messed up. Do all lower jaws look like that split in two? David Kleiner, it's only a snake thing. A lot of snakes had their jaws split in two like that. And Troop Lord, hello mate! Good to see you again. How you doing? Wait, hold on. DarkEdgeTV's face reveal gone edgy, not clickbait, just draws a smiley face at the end. I have considered doing fake face reveals, like little trolley ones, but I thought that would probably annoy too many people. I've decided against it, but I think it could be funny. But it'll probably do more harm than good. I'm gonna be like entirely real here. We already have a hand reveal, true. You've already had a hand reveal. Been playing Spore yourself recently? Good, Troop Lord. That's good to hear. Let's see. It's good seeing you, man. I hope that you've been well. And I hope that, you know, you've been staying safe. The bottom jaw being split is something every creature is born with. Ah, I did not know that. Interesting. Right then, let me just adjust all that. I'd say overall I'm quite happy with how that looks. If anything, I do just want the jaw to be a bit smaller. There we go. I prefer that. No, actually that looks really weird. I kind of do and I don't. Snake jaws are weird. You know what I think it is? I think it's that the upper jaw is just really squat. But I don't really know how to fix that either. Oh, Ibora, thank you for the 32-month sub, my dude. I hope you had a good day and Happy New Year. Thank you very much, Ibora. I hope that you've had a good one as well. Mine was a bit mixed. But I hope that you had a good one. It's good to see you again. Let's make that a bit bigger actually, like that. What am I building? Right now I'm building the skull for my Hydra mega build. As soon as the skull is done, you will see the rest of the build in a moment. I'm being very nitpicky because heads are the hardest part to do. But the mega build itself, the entire Hydra, I'd say that I'm nearly finished. I made some incredibly quick progress on it. Right, here's where we make it a dragon. Horns, add spikes, make it crazy. It ain't a DarkEdgeTV creation unless it's got spikes and horns. Let's be honest. I've always got to do the horns. Cheeky Pie, thank you for giving us up to Myrtle. And Myrtle, congratulations. I was just browsing through your older videos from before, and the King Hyacinthus one just sent you back to 2011. I like that video, man. King Hyacinth was one of my favourite ones. It's a very cherished video, I should say. Good memories. And Wooshi, welcome! I've got a Twitch. I nearly said something stupid there. I nearly said I've got a Twitch and I've got a YouTube. And I just realised you probably know me from YouTube. Welcome, welcome. I have little silly moments like that a lot. It's welcome. I've seen a lot of your videos and your Spore creations are awesome. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Welcome. What if you had a second smaller jaw within the big one? It's a... maybe. It's a good idea, actually. And Sam Hawkeye, thank you very much. And Peekabye, thank you. You have a Twitch account? I know, right? I can't believe I've never told you guys about Twitch. God. Kitsune, I'm so sorry. I've never told you before. Let's add a bunch of little spikes all here and there. So, like I mentioned earlier, for those who may have missed it, the jaws are actually separated. So when I'm finished with the creation, I'm going to save it into two different halves. That way, when it comes to actual finished thing, I can rotate the jaw on the creation, or on the mega build, and have like some heads are open, some are closed. And it should just look quite nice and cool. PewDiePie. And Guy, have you had a Twitch Prime? No, I've not had a Twitch Prime. Guy, tell me, what is Twitch Prime? Let me see. Am I selling out too hard? I think I might be. Just a little bit. I quite like the look of that. When you get more views if you stream on YouTube, I'm on YouTube right now. I'm on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I'd say like in total, how many viewers do I have in total right now? On YouTube, I've got 100. And on Twitch, I'm on YouTube right now. Yeah, shut up. On Twitch, I've got 35, so I've got about 135 viewers right now, which is pretty damn good. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. And Pukey, thank you for the gift of sub to the bot. Okay. Thank you for the gifted sub to the bot. I claimed myself, yeah. 94 on YouTube, it's 98 now, it's basically 100. If you do the inner jaw, you can take some inspiration from a moray eel. Oh, that's true! Actually, that's a really good point. Don't moray eels have, like, secondary jaws? Moray eel skull. They do, don't they? Yeah, they got little freaky inner jaw things. Oh, now I'm really tempted. How would I do that? I know how I'll do that. Give me a moment, actually. Maybe we can do this. So it actually wouldn't be quite as hard as I thought it could be. If I do like another frame here, as the frames will be invisible later on. Like, it could just be really simple. In fact, I could be really, really simple with this and just use that as the base of the secondary jaw. Something kind of, oh, whoops, kind of like that. Maybe. This might not actually work. I'm struggling. Help. Alright. Do it for me. Make my creation for me, please. Let me just, that kind of works. It's got a bit of a weird curve. I kind of like that curve. It gives it a bit of character. You love dragons so much? Dragons are pretty cool, aren't they? Moray eels are the creepiest things ever. Have you ever seen an animation of those, of how the secondary jaws work? I don't think I have actually seen it. Now that you mention it. And now I'm really curious. I might look it up after the stream then. Okay. I know that's not much of a second jaw, but I like it. I'm going to keep it. Just because it looks quite unique. I don't know what I've just made, but I quite like it. A second smaller mouth inside the bigger mouth? Yes, exactly. Just like that. I had the stream open on YouTube, but Twitch chat popped out. That's good actually, Nete. I think that's really handy to do it that way. That way you get to see like both chats at the same time. I do have like the chats on the stream so you guys can see each other. But what Nete's done there of like popping one of the chats out while having the other stream open, that is like really, really handy. Yes, Wushi, I've actually done the body. The head is the final part. So as soon as I've done this head now, those of you who've not seen the body yet are about to see it in a moment. Is that thunder? Hold on. No, that's an airplane. Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard thunder for a moment there. Let me just spin that around like that. Move that upwards. This is really, really, really awkward, as you can tell. And we'll just do a couple extra teeth all around like that. That's horrible, that's gross. That's definitely quite gross. And I do want to do a couple of teeth on the upper jaw as well. Like the upper secondary jaw thing, whatever on earth this is, it can have teeth as well. In my opinion, you're the best small YouTuber and ARC YouTuber. Thank you. Damn, especially there's a lot of like very big ARC YouTubers out there, so I really appreciate that, dear mid. Thank you. Shrewblord. Of the animation. Oh, how would you share links on YouTube chat actually? Maybe like in the comment section, Shrewblord. I can check it out after the stream. There we go. Right. I do believe I'm done with the head for now. And Wushi, do it, mate. Get back to sport. It's fun. If you want to, of course. Right, so now that we've got this done, so like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to save it to two different parts. So first of all, let's just yoink off the entire bottom jaw. We'll save new as head point number 2. And then we'll do this again with the upper half. Oh, oops. Not what I wanted. Get rid of all that. And we'll say this is part 3. That way we can now add, like I mentioned earlier, kind of rotate the jaw and all the other heads when it's actually all put together. Does streaming on both Twitch and YouTube have a notable impact on your internet speed and stream quality? Internet speed, no, because we have very good internet. We pay for premium here. However, in terms of quality, I don't think so. Give me one moment. No, of course, the both streams are set to 1080p. I think I had to reduce quality a little bit at one point to get it to work. And also, actually, a bit of a pro tip. So, Twitch doesn't like restreaming, right? In terms of, like, software. There was a point where when I first begun streaming on both platforms, the website would throttle my quality settings to 720 instead of 1080. I've since fixed that. So I guess it technically did there. And I made a mistake. Hold on. I forgot to do something very important. Let me just quickly text that in. Let me just quickly... I forgot to colour it. Colouring it is a good idea, isn't it? That way it's not like awkwardly bone white. There we go. We'll just save that one quickly. And we'll grab the lower jaw and we'll save that to be the right colour as well. So now you can see like it's a bit of a nice tan instead of awkward bone white. And then we just reselect the jaw again. There we go. Right, so for those who haven't seen it yet, this is the rest of the creation. I've been sitting here working on the head, but this is the entire creation so far. The head is the finishing touch. The one on the right, the grey one, this is my reference. This is what I first built, so I knew where everything would be in, you know, like the length of the wings and the necks, etc. And I've been slowly replacing it bit by bit over time, and this is what we have so far. This is done in Galactic Adventures. You can do this without mods. Mods help, but you can do it without them if you wanted to. And now we add the heads in. How big do I want the heads to be? That's the question. Let's just carefully yoink that to around... Oh, this is really awkward, camera-wise. So much rotating. Galactic Adventures is awesome. Galactic Adventures, the DLC, is really, really underrated. I do wish people knew more about it. It's a really, really great DLC. Bless you! I just had Kev sneeze upstairs. Oh no, Duquesa, if it's not working, in that case, if it's not working still, what I'd recommend, go ask the guys in the Spore Modding Discord community server. Be nice, you know, be nice and be polite to them, but if you ask them, they will hopefully be able to help you then. They're a lot better to ask than I am. I'm really crap when it comes to Spore issues. Have you used a single modded part beyond the invisible limbs? That's a good question. Have I actually used any modded parts? I don't think I have. Did I? No! Nete, that's a really good question. I have not used a single modded part. You are actually correct. All I've done is use dark injections for the increased like sizes and complexity, but I've actually used core sport parts the entire time. That's a really good point. I didn't even realise I did that. Oh, how about that? Make a joke. Me. There you go, there's a joke. Is it a skeletal Hydra? Yes, it is. And Peekabye, thank you for the gift of sub to Moodbots. Thank you. Yeah, the invisible frames are the one modded part I have used. And even then, I actually could have avoided those if I wanted to. It's 550. Oh, you're right, thank you. Oh, I lost track of the time. It's a good thing we're nearly done. Right, let me just... Oh, and the ring part, that is correct. Yes, the rings I use for the eye sockets, that's another modded part. Yeah, you're dead right about that. otherwise, yeah, a lot less than I expected. I normally use a lot of modded parts. It's actually really surprising. It goes to show, really, that, like, yeah, I have indeed used a couple of modded parts here and there, but it goes to show that you can do this without mods if you wanted to. It's the act of putting it in Galactic Adventures is what makes this work. Mods help, give me, like, you know, I can add more per part, but, yeah, being able to put it here in the first place is from a DLC, not a mod. Right then, it's time to put everything together. All the different heads. There is one thing I want to fix. There's something wrong with this. Give me one moment. There is something wrong here. Do I play Undertale? I do not, I'm afraid. It would make a completely anatomically accurate creation, build the skeleton first, then the muscles. That would be quite cool. Let me just lower this entire thing down. There we go. The reason why I'm doing this, I'm moving it downwards, is because the point of orbit is really high and it's making it a nightmare for me to like angle things around. So if I just move the object to the ground, then it means that the point of orbit is like just nicer for me to use. There you go, that's a lot better. Good, that's much, much better. It saves me time and headache. That's why I did that just then. Too bad you can't play as it. That's true, yeah, I cannot play with this. So the big thing about mega builds is the fact that it's so many creations frozen together means I can't play as it. But I do have a theory as to how I can maybe get around that. And Kitsune, thank you, I needed water. That was a really good call, thank you very much. So this is what I like about having a hydrate command, is that you guys get to remind me to hydrate. Because I really do forget. I forget a lot. And yeah, Bootal, indeed, I need to do that same thing for the lower jaw as well. Let me just stick all of the upper jaws in first. And now I can rotate them much easier, which is so much nicer. Make sure it's on the neck. Good. Same thing again down there. We got 9 necks in total, so I'm going to put down the head or the jaws 9 times each. I can make this one look away if I wanted to. No reason not to. Alright, it's so hard to angle this. I'm sorry I keep on spinning the camera. This is really, really awkward to look at. I think that's about right. I think it's somewhat connected. There's another head right there. With a little neck stump. This one I'll probably make aim upwards so it's roaring. Like that. I love your videos. I've been watching you since your Bewilder Beast video. Thank you very much, Sebat, and welcome. What is the most difficult creation? What's my most favourite one? My favourite creation I've done is the Grand Obsidian Hydra Mega Build. Wait. There we go. Yes, my most favourite one is the Grand Obsidian Hydra Mega Build. My most difficult creation is the Guardian from Breath of the Wild. And Bulbasaur. For some reason, I just can't make Bulbasaur. It's such a simple little Pokemon and I can't do it. Do I plan on sharing the Mega Build? I wasn't planning on it, no. Mainly because I don't think about it. But I could. I definitely could, actually. There we go. That's one side of all the heads done. Yes, the Guardian. And the Bulbasaur. Bloody, I don't know what it is, man. Like, so, Bulbasaur, right? There are so many times... I've always said, right, how one day I would like to try and make every single Pokemon, and I stand by that even now. I'd still love to make every single Pokemon there is. It's a challenge I will do eventually. Every time I begin, every time I think to myself, okay, let's get started. Well, I'm going to do it by Pokédex entry, aren't I? And which one's number 1 in the Pokédex entry? Bloody Bulbasaur. I have tried to make that stupid thing so many times, and I don't know what it is. I just can't make him. I mean, I can, but it looks really stupid. It looks really derpy every time. Oh, it's just it's such a pain. The end of Bulbasaur, the end of Spordex, exactly. My favourite starter. So, bearing in mind, I've actually never played Pokemon, right? So, I don't really know much about starters. Mine would be Charmander. I'm basic, I know. I'm a Gen 1 baby. But I've actually never played Pokemon. Yeah, I wish Charmander was the first one too. Will I ever play Gmod? Probably not, to be honest. Why don't you start with a different generation? Because it just makes sense to me, you know? Go for like 1 to 100, 100 to 200. It just makes sense to it in like numerical order. Though it's a good idea to start elsewhere, that way I can actually do it. Start the last one. That's actually not a bad idea. But then what if they add more while I'm doing it? Then I'd randomly go backwards again. However, if I do like, because see, a lot of the later Pokemon like really complicated in design, like Necrozma for example is a weird looking one. That'd be really hard to do, but it'll give me practice though. Like, that's actually a good point. I get the practice to then do like the more simplified ones later. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pikachu, I'd have a better idea of how to do it. That's a good idea. Right. That is the upper skulls positioned. Let's just see how it looks. Oh, okay, that looks terrifying and really cool. I quite like that. I do quite like that, actually. Some of them are a bit floaty. I think I need to, like, at some point after stream, I'll go back and, like, really nitpick them. But I quite like that. I think the majority of them are in a good position. So, now that it's saved, let me do the same thing again, but with the lower jaws. Let's just go grab that quickly. We'll make it, we'll, like, put it to the bottom of the editor as well. Eternus? Oh, no. Yeah, like, that's the thing, right? There's a lot of, it's definitely much harder designed Pokemon in the later generations, isn't there? Right. Did that fix? Oh, that's an easy fix. Alright then. We'll just leave it at that then. Replace. And Truebord, have a wonderful day, mate. I'm sorry if I'm missing your messages. But mate, it was good seeing you again, and take care of yourself. I need a stretch. Give me one moment. Oh, excuse me. Oh, remember, blood flow is good for you. Stretch. Move. Move your blood. It's healthy. Somebody made an amazing Haunter on the Swapedia. You know what? No joke. There are some people who make Pokemon without any mods at all, and they look incredible. Like, my god, dude. Some of the vanilla Pokemon people made in Spore. Oh, let me rephrase that. Some of these Pokemon people made in vanilla Spore is incredible. And hydrate. I shall. Thank you, Yaskaza. Oh. No. Astral Dragon. That was your name, if I remember correctly. Astral Dragon. I need to try and remember that. I need to. Is there a mod for Invincible Limbs? Yes, Dark Injection. A Dark Injection's got Invincible Limbs. Right then. Astrosaurus. That's it, thank you. I need to try and remember that. Right, that is one jaw. So for this first jaw, I'm gonna make it closed. Actually, I quite like the way it's there, just like hovering. Now we do another one down here. You'll try and make a mega build now. Do it. Mega building it looks very intimidating at first, but it is quite fun. And what's nice is that you can take your time and, you know, go back and forth with it. If any of you guys want to try do mega building, I would really recommend you make a base first, make a template, do this. If you watch back on the first stream of this, like this is the second stream, if you go back on the first one, you'll see that with this body here, I did everything like in individual parts. So I did like the rib cage first, then the tails, then the legs, and the arms, then the wings. Having your template as context just makes your life a lot easier, and it allows you to plan out how your mega build is going to look, instead of like, you know, doing everything from scratch, you know, no plan or idea at all. It just makes it easier and more enjoyable. But like I said, this entire process has been streamed from start to finish. Everything's been streamed, so if you want to see like anything in particular, check out either this, you know, this stream right now or the one before it, and you'll see how I did it. Right, this jaw's going to be closed. Like that. There we go. That is my 6 o'clock Kaku clock, so that means I actually need to leave in a minute. I should have left by now, but I'm so close to finishing, man. I'm so close to finishing. It'd be wrong to leave right now. Let me just get that right about there. This one could be roaring. So a big open mouth. I wish the walk animations in the creature creator were the same as the in-game creature creator animations. The Jowie looked so goofy yesterday. I know, I agree. Well, the Jowie is looking goofy because of a glitch. I'm not sure what glitch that is. But you're still right though, the animations are not the same at all, and it's annoying, isn't it? Let's see. I wish that the animations in this game were just better in general. Like, everything about it's better. Hey, Summer, you what, mate? Obese Tic Tac, what did I just miss? Right then, move that to around there. Let's see, and we'll move that to about right under there. This will be another closed one, I think. And that's correct. I am Rebecca1208. That's my Spore username. Welcome. That is my original username before using this YouTube account. And I'm just delicately putting that there. Is that in theme or in sync? Roughly. And based on constrictors, somewhat, yes. Yeah, the skull is based on, I based it on a python. Like just any random generic python, just whatever I could find. A better way to see how creature walk in game is to slap it on the other side and let it walk back. Oh wait. Slap it on the other side and let it walk back? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Maver. Although saying that actually is a good idea to like slap it in Galactic Adventures, for example. And then see the walk then. That would actually be a really good thing to get into the habit of. I love your accent, thank you. Thanks, I'm glad. We're so nearly done. We're nearly finished. As I delicately place every individual jaw, I'm regretting it. I should have just made them connected. This could be like a slightly resting jaw. Not quite closed, but not quite open either. And that one is... Yep, there you go. Grab this one from up here. Oh, wait, can I get that one? It won't let me grab that one over there, which is annoying. Let me try to do this. There we go, got it. We should start a petition for a Spore 2 and have everyone sign it. The Smith Britain YouTube has a lot of subs in Spore, maybe they'll sign it too. Unfortunately, a lot of petitions have been done already and none of them have ever worked. Not that I want to, you know, I don't want to demoralize you, but people have petitioned for Spore 2 a lot. A lot, unfortunately. EA just won't budge. It's quite sad, to be honest. Oh, that's not the test drive thing. Oh, I see, Mava, my bad. And Mag, welcome back. Yes, we went for like draconic snakeheads in the end. Which I really quite like. Make it bipedal, remove 6 heads and yellow colours. Okay then, let me just casually remake the entire Megabuild for you. Sure thing, dude. What do you think humanity would do if they found a skeleton somewhere? They'd probably freak out. I think. They'd probably freak out if they saw this. The snakes are cute. I agree, I like snakes. Right, let me just move that one a bit more backwards. And move that around there, so it's synced on both sides. And I did kind of forget like the jaws in the middle. So just casually, the 2 of the heads are missing their jaws. Let's move that to about there. Right about there. This is so awkward. Yeah, I really regret doing this as separate jewels. I mean, it's gonna look cooler when it's done, right? It's gonna look great when it's done, but my god, this is more work than I expected. And then for the final jaw, there. We'll make that one open as well. There we go. Right then. I think that is the heads done. I think. I might nitpick it later. Let's get rid of that entirely. Who would know that someone could make something this detailed and small? Hello Grey Ocean, welcome and thank you. That's the joy of mega building in Galactic Adventures. It allows you to make, you know, these really big over-the-top things. Cool, I like that. I like how it's come out. Thank you, Jelly Beanie. There we go. So, like, if you actually see it, like, from the perspective of the creature, it does look much cooler, like, from that angle. If I do it, like, over here, it just gets, like, a bit grainy and a bit weird, but closer up, it does look much better. If I go ahead and put the shaders on, which, by the way, my shaders, I'm just using reshade.me. Sweet. I feel like it's missing something. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's missing something. And it's really bugging me. What is it missing? Other than flesh. Chains? Chains! Oh, I was not thinking that at all, but that sounds really cool. A kill bone. It has a kill bone, actually. It's a good point. It does have a kill bone. I did not think chains were missing top hats. Well, now that you mention it. There aren't any top hats. As an object, never mind. There's no top hats. Hold on, we need to make one quickly. Let me just quickly do that. We'll make that nice and wide. God, I hate the building editor. It's so clunky and annoying. There we go. So we'll do that. We'll stick another one on top. And then we'll grab another one. Stick that one on top of that, like so. Make it a bit larger and a lot smaller. And we'll make this little bit here red. Nope, that was wrong. Yeah, I think it's safe to say it needs top hats, doesn't it? Definitely. there are shaders for Spore, is that the software I'm using for the shaders is something that's usable for like a lot of games, and it just can be used in Spore as well. I do not know how to configure it though. I did it a really long time ago, but it is just called reshade.me, reshade.me. There we go. Because we all know that every good creation requires a top hat, right? It's just required. We just need it, don't we? There we go. That's the finishing touches right there. Oh, that's a skull I've just moved. We'll move that one a bit more downwards. There we go. Give this one here a little smaller hat. Right about there. I think off camera, I will just go ahead and just change the positioning of the heads, just so they look a bit more dynamic. That way they vary out a little bit more. There we go. And one more down there. So, you know, it'd be rude not to do every head. I mean, come on, they've all got to look fancy and dapper each. Yeah, there we go. Now that is that finished. That is that finished. There's 9 heads in total, so 9 top hats. That looks fantastic. But in all seriousness though, I do think chains would actually be a really cool addition. That sounds really edgy, adding chains to it, and I think that'd actually look really cool. I love how serious and detailed the creature looks and just look at the top hats. It's great, isn't it? A bow on the middle head? Oh, that'd be good. Don't forget to write a note for you to show... Hold on, don't forget to write a note for you to show on the next stream. Wait, what am I showing on the next stream? And No Limit Gaming, welcome! Chains on the top hats? Oh god, imagine it's chained by its top hats. Oh yeah, no, the environment is completely not finished at all. I'll probably do that tomorrow, actually. I don't know what I'll do for the environment. It won't be blue and trees, it's just weird. I will like add mountains and such in the background. But I was struggling on the theme, because I've done volcanic before. I was thinking the background could be like maybe grey and brown, maybe like an ashy wastelands kind of thing, I don't know. I have to think about that one. The top hat should have different coloured stripes to each of the heads. I mean, yeah, but it's just a quick joke. It's just a quick little joke. Orphan, I see. Desert. Oh, deserts. Ooh. That could be an idea. A desert theme around it. That'd be really interesting, actually. The Top Hat Clan Hydra. I'll give it a think. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a think. But one thing's for sure, though, like, the background's not going to be blue and trees, because that's boring. And I agree, like, it's got no perspective at all. It looks like crap. Make the eyes glow amber or purple. That's a point, actually. That could be what's missing, is effects. Yeah, it's got no effects at all. So if I like give it like a bit of fire, a bit of glow here and there, that could look really nice. Right, well, I do need to leave. As much as I'm enjoying myself, I was meant to leave half an hour ago, so I probably should leave now. However, I will continue this tomorrow. Tomorrow we can just... Well, actually, will I? I will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll do this or not, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But, yeah, need to do a background, need to do some effects, maybe some new props. Oh, I will give it a think, and I'll probably finish this off tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, it's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you very much. It's been a nice and enjoyable stream. I had a very stressful day yesterday. This has done a very good job taking my mind off it, so thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate that. I will be back on tomorrow, as I said. If you are new, we have Discord and we have Twitter. There you go. So you know, if you want to put up with me a bit more, you can come and join either one. And otherwise, I'll see you all tomorrow. thank you all very much for just the company. Thank you for also the donations and subs. It's always very much appreciated. And just for all the banter and all the conversation. I'll see you guys in a bit, and take care of yourselves. Good night.